When my best ain't enough, I wanna rest, but I'm too tough. My body's aching for sleep without disturbing dreams. My mask is showing its cracks, a broken smile intact. I'm good at playing pretend around both strangers and friends. I'm stuck on an endless merry-go-round. A cyclone of racing thoughts that never stop. And I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? My depression, it sucks out all the joy of what I love. Ravenous black hole consuming all that I know. I could scream my lungs dry, punch through walls till I cry. Bloody knuckles, red eyes, oh my. I'm stuck on an endless merry-go-round. A cyclone of racing thoughts that never stop. And I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate?
Yeah, buddy. That is a good way to start this show out. I'm glad I made that change up and that you agreed with me. Happy Monday, everybody. That is our good friend Jules in the How with her song I Just Want to Feel Better. Shout out to Jules and her husband. They're on some anniversary vacation surrounded by mountains and beautiful islands and all that. I hope they're having fun.
Damn,
definitely
fun.
I don't know what country they're in, but it's beautiful wherever they're at. But definitely much deserved. She's been busy lately with music and everything. So, but anywho, happy Monday. It is Men Caring for Men, your men's mental health podcast show, whatever you want to call it. Got Connor in the building. You guys know me. I'm Glick, hanging out, doing our thing. We do have a couple special guests in the building as well, but we'll get to them in just 1 second. Just 1 second, if you will. If you're not already, go ahead and check out the rest of the network. The Nonsensical Network. We are part of the network. We are everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. We do shows live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and newly acquired, or not really acquired, but we're testing the waters over on Rumble. So we're streaming on Rumble as well now. And then you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts, all at the Nonsensical Network, or simply just go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. You can check out all of our socials there. And we do have a merch store if you guys are interested. Got some shirts and some hoodies for right now. We did get some requests Saturday night for hats. So as soon as Nikki and I have time, we will sit down and we listen to the people. And they want flex fit and fitted and trucker style hats. So we'll see what we can come up with and do a couple designs.
I just want fat boy
shirts. We do have fat boy shirts. They go up to 5X.
It's called
or we, I hate you so much sometimes. Anyways, we do have larger clothing for larger individuals as well. We made the point. I'm not a little guy, but anywho, as I said, we do have guests in the building tonight, in the house tonight. It's not going to be your typical, man caring for men, but it is, but it isn't at the end of the day. There's a method to my madness. But you guys have got to see him on here quite a bit. We talk about him all the time, and as you guys, and that's what I forgot to do tonight. Damn it. I'll have it up for Wednesday or Saturday. But our good friends over at the Southern Outlaws Band, we got Arliss and Dave in the building. And I actually got to hang out with these guys just a couple weeks ago. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, good job.
Good.
Brag about it, why don't you?
I mean, Dave was there. I wouldn't brag too much.
No.
You were there. If I were them, I wouldn't be bragging either.
I was going to conveniently leave out the part that I was there. I was just going to say. How's it going, guys?
Good. Just chilling now.
Dave's on vacation. He's like, this son of a bitch disrupting me.
No, I still work every day. I still work, so I just work from here. So
nice.
Makes it nice.
We got Arliss hanging out there. Maybe we can hear him.
Arliss. Where's Arliss? There's Arliss.
There's Arliss.
Can you hear us, Arliss?
I was going to say, can you hear us?
I don't think he can hear us.
He's pretending to be frozen.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2.
Cold never bothered him anyway.
I can't poke him because he's not next to me.
Yeah, right.
Arliss, do you smell toast? By chance.
He might be having.
Yeah, my internet's.
Yeah, that's what it.
Yes.
What it seems.
Technical difficulties over there. What? No, but
That's all he got
I
out.
did invite. I did invite the guys up tonight because a couple weeks ago they did a really cool show up in Newton Falls, Ohio, at 5 Fours Distillery. Man, that is a really cool place. And the owners were something else. They were so cool. But you guys did like a charity concert for disabled American veterans. Obviously, correct. I got one right beside me over here, but he's disabled in the head.
I got too many things to count. Honestly, I can't blame them.
But I was fortunate enough to get to be a part of it, and I did get to talk to Arliss. I think it was Sunday or Monday. He called me. He beat me to the punch. He always beats me to the punch. Every time I'm like, I'm going to give Arliss a call as soon as I take a breath to breathe for a second, or I'm going to text him or something, and it never fails. His come through before mine do. Yeah, right. But it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. You guys put on a hell of a show, man.
Thank you. That's what we do.
We're gonna have wonky internet tonight, I think.
It looks like his other one's coming up a little better.
Yeah.
You can tell here. Let's pull him off and try that. Does that work a little better?
There we go.
I don't want to ban it.
I think we got our stuff. Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Connor's pushing buttons. I might have to push some buttons over here on my end. The good thing about it
Can you hear me?
is it won't kill everything.
Yeah, we can
got
now.
you.
Yes, we got you, Arliss. We got you.
Okay, now I got to figure out how I can hear you.
Oh.
Headphones
Press
always work.
the
Give me a minute and I'll be right back. Talk to Dave.
press the hear me button.
Turn your hearing aids up.
I was about to say, did you turn your ears on?
No,
maybe that's what he ran to go get.
Maybe.
we work through technical difficulties here all the time.
Oh yeah.
And if it gets bad enough, Chris will just scrap the whole show.
I'll just be like, screw this. Take my ball and go home for the night.
No one said
My ball.
press the button. You did it anyway.
Take my ball and go home. I'm done. I'm done playing with you guys.
I don't want your balls. Thank you very much.
All right.
Anyways. Anywho, we'll let Arliss get situated before we get too far into the conversation about the weekend events. But you know what? While we're waiting, why don't we do our little normal one? You know, we got guests in the building tonight, so they they can partake.
We should roll it.
Yeah, we could do our normal thing before we roll into everything else. Here on Monday nights, we do a little thing right off the bat to start the show. We call it the weekly bro check, and we basically just
a weekly grandfather check.
Well, since you got so much to say tonight, we'll go ahead and start with you, Connor. How you doing this week, man? I haven't seen you, and I don't know. We haven't done a show together in what feels like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, it's so. Last week I completely brain faded on the Monday night show because it was Labor Day, and you know I stay home all week anyway, and so I didn't even know what fucking day it was. And we're driving home from the park, me and my wife and the kids, and I'm like, it's fucking Monday. And I was like, shit, I hope Chris isn't relying on me. I called him and I was freaking out. I was like, God, I'm such an asshole. He's like, dude, I didn't even want to do a show tonight. But no, I've been doing really well. I'm catching up on some much needed family time after the surgery and stuff. And it's been really good. So now I'm putting in my application for colleges because the job search has been a bit rough, and going from there.
Did you have to with your surgery and everything? Did you have to drop the college stuff that you were doing before?
Yeah. There was no fucking way that I was going to be able to do any of it because they had me on so many fucking drugs. Granted, post-op, honestly,
Nice.
I was probably only out for 2-3 weeks to the point where I wouldn't have been able to do much, but like cognitively, I just didn't have it in me to be able to do classes and put up discussion posts and write papers multiple times a week and then do projects on top of that. It was just going to be too much. So I called the school, told them I was going to take a break. And now I'm talking to Purdue and a couple other places, University of Maryland, a whole bunch of other things, but
nice.
So yeah.
I apologize for my technical difficulties, guys.
No, it's okay. I understand. The nursing home has bad Wi-Fi. I always have issues there.
The views and opinions of Connor are not the views and opinions of Flick and or the Nonsensical Network.
No, I can take it off.
Listen, I'm 27. I'm a child.
Okay, I'm going to disconnect myself from this headset. There we go.
I had to run and get mine.
Yeah. So well, we always like to start the show on Monday nights with a little weekly bro check. So, you know, I'm going to ask you guys the same thing. How's it been going for you guys? You guys seem to be staying relatively busy. How's everything going in your world?
Doing good. It never stops with us. Yeah,
It's the
it
life
never
of,
stops.
life of
Oh my God.
oh Jesus, Connor. The life of a rock star, man. You guys are out there. I mean, I felt old because after Saturday night, I was going to come see you guys at the Iron Horse. Nikki and I were, and we were checking out the hotel, and I was like, "What are we going to do for the next like 7 hours?" And she was like, "I want to go nap," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't blame you." You guys are right back up and at it and ready to rock and roll the very next night.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
usually how it rolls.
Yep. We get up and put our canes and our walkers off to the side. And we get up there and
Guys.
perform. Miss Sandy is here with us.
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, boss.
Mama
Hey.
Sandy, as I was referring to her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You did one hell of a job, Glick.
I appreciate that. I still have no idea. I know Nikki got videos and pics, and I meant to have her send them over to me. I was going to upload them for tonight, and I totally forgot about it. I've been so spaced, been so busy lately, and so I'm hoping I'll have everything uploaded, and then Saturday night I'll be able to show some pics, and then when what we did last Saturday, we'll have pics and videos from that as well. So I'll be able to take a little time out of the Saturday night show and be like, so this is what's been going on in the world of nonsensical nonsense the last couple of weeks. So, but I do appreciate that. I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know.
Couldn't tell.
I didn't know what I was. I was like, man, I have no idea what I'm doing here or anything like that. But the crowd was amazing. The people in the crowd were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of going out.
I totally missed it when you did the Star Spangled Banner and had everybody raise.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it was really cool.
Glick sang the Star Spangled Banner. God, I would have paid to see that.
Glick didn't sing anything. Look, Glick knows his.
Not with the microphone.
I know where my lane is, and my lane is just keep it talking and don't sing. Yeah, I can talk for days.
Star Spangled Banner. I got you.
That's
there with the Bud Light in one hand.
That's a possibility. No, I definitely did not sing, but no, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool getting to hang out with everybody and whatnot. That's the other thing I got to do. I got to reach out to Nikki Still from 5-4s, Tracy from Mimi's, and I got to reach out to Josh and get them all scheduled here on the shows to come on, and I want to get them on so they can promote their stuff, and obviously have Josh come on, and he wants to come on and sing, and I'm like, I mean, it's not something I ask from any of my guests, but I'm not going to stop you at the same time. So, you know.
No, he did a good job.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah,
did.
Josh did. Yeah, he did a really good job.
Mhm.
His son is impressive.
Very.
That little guy has got some serious talent. I was really impressed, and he's a good kid too. He's a really good kid. I got to talk to him a little bit when you guys were up on stage, and he was super polite kid.
Oh, yeah.
Very well, you know, like manners for days. I was just like, damn, you're doing a good job over here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Josh was great, man. I'd heard a couple of things from Josh, but he was way better than I expected. Hearing him live, kid's definitely got some pipes on him. All around, I mean, it was a really good event. It was, especially, you know, and I'm looking at it as from my view, going like, this is the first time I've ever been a part of anything like that, and I didn't know what to expect or how it was going to pan out or play out or anything like that. But and outside of, I know you guys had the rain a little bit earlier in the day, right before we got there, but I think everything else kind of went pretty smoothly for the most part, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got everything covered up to the best we could, and we didn't have any malfunction, so good.
As long as the
That's
guitars and
always a
amps-
win.
Yeah.
The drums just look cooler when they're wet.
Well, you know, it's kind of, if you had the drums and they were splashing the water like some of them do in the videos, but Mikey's sitting behind them, that just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen,
Mikey's just getting
this would look so cool.
Mikey's just getting wet at the end of the day.
I think all the
Doesn't
drums-
really. Yeah. No,
I'm sure he'll hear you.
I gotta say, you know, getting to meet your parents, Dave, that man,
Oh.
they were awesome. I don't know. I don't even know how long I sat there and talked to them, but they were great. Your mom was cracking me up. She's like, he's going to ask you the same question about 20 times. I said, that's all right. You can ask me 100 times. If you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I sat there and talked to them for a while. They were great.
my number one supporters
Yeah.
for sure. My entire life.
From day
I'll
one.
tell you,
They
that's
were
what
great.
made it extremely hard doing red, white, and blue. When I looked out and I seen Dave's dad out there saluting the entire time, you know, and that started to choke me up. That was one of the few
Yeah.
times that I've been choked up to do that song, and I was struggling because it meant a lot to me. And then seeing him out there standing that whole time and saluting, it meant that just much.
Oh,
Hi, Arliss.
Well, at least he got that out before he jumped off there.
A true rock star exit. He's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
Microphone drop.
Jesus. What a way to quit, man.
You back with us, Arliss?
Back in the living.
I think that song hit a lot of people in the crowd when you guys did that. I know for me, for speaking for myself, and there was a couple people beside me, I could see that they were pretty choked up during that song too.
Oh yeah, a lot.
I mean, that's a powerful song in general. You guys do an amazing freaking job with that song.
Thank you.
Holy
Thank
fucking
you.
shit. Are those your sideburns?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I thought that was your hair this whole time. That is dope as shit. Oh my God. That totally threw me off. You turned your head a little bit and I saw it and I was like, what? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
That completely threw me off.
Yeah, he called me
Connor has-
Sasquatch. Yeah, you know,
I'm
Yeah.
new to the Southern Outlaws Band. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Connor has
There's a
Connor has
surprise.
special needs. You'll have to excuse him.
I have early onset Alzheimer's.
Don't we all?
Jeez,
Ah,
I'm gonna be looking at that the rest of the night.
Yeah, between that and the snake on the hat, that kind of fits the whole look.
he's got a full blown snake that wraps around his hat
Yeah.
that
Henry.
he wears on stage and stuff.
Oh, I was like, I might be stupid and my brain doesn't work right, but I don't see any fucking snakes on that man.
Not on the hat. No.
I may have
Hold
had
on,
a couple
Connor.
concussions, but I don't see any.
Hold on, where's my crowns and paper? I forgot Connor's back. We have to do kindergarten level conversations with Connor.
Maybe I just need to fix my name. Less sleepy doesn't work. I'm still sleepy.
Yeah.
And I'm sober.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that your guys' first time getting to work with the guys over there at the 5-4s?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that
They
was
did
our
a hell
first
of a
show.
job, man. I don't know if they had anticipated the crowd or if they were ready or not, but they did a hell of a job. The ladies that were at the bar all night, man, they were killing it, especially the ones at the tent, because anytime there was a line there, it did not last very long at all.
They work their in and out.
Yeah, I was really impressed with because I've been to other venues and stuff for different shows and whatnot, and they just can't keep up with the crowd. But I mean, these girls worked their butts off, man. They were on fire all night long. Do you guys plan on doing anything more with them down the road?
Yes.
We hope to make this an annual event.
I was going to ask you guys that if you were going to try to make it an annual thing and do that. I think it's great for the community too. You know, especially you guys are all from around that area. Are you guys from Newton Falls?
Arliss is the only one from Newton Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one that lives here in town.
I'm about 5 miles up the street.
So essentially,
Under a bridge somewhere.
Yeah.
I was looking for
It's
the
like-
bridge while I was there.
Yeah, it's the only bridge in Levicksburg, and you know, so it's not hard to miss.
No,
Just
Yeah.
throw him a Happy Meal every once in a while. He's good.
I'm in the third cardboard duplex that's under.
is it a 2-story or a 1?
A 2-story. I
Hell
ripped
yeah.
the top out.
He's moving on up.
Yeah, moving on up, man. You got Fancy Pants McGee over here, huh? No, I might have had to find that bridge. The girls are Jen and Nikki were going to try their damnedest to get me in trouble because Nikki got a headache. My Nikki got a headache, and she went and laid down in the car, and she had fallen asleep. And I went to do something, put something in the car or whatever, and then I walked in, and they're like, "Oh, we got cupcake plates left over, or the cheesecake plates. Go give them to Nikki." And I was like, "Okay." So I go to the car and I wake her up. And then I came back in and they gave me a couple things. They go, "Hey, go give these to Nikki." And Nikki, she said, "If you don't stop waking me up," I said, "Look, that's not my fault. I'm bringing you treats." And then Renegade Barbecue that was there, he gave me a little thing, and he was like, "Go give your fiance some." And I was like, I'm on very thin ice at this point if I go back to the car.
Just put it on the hood, man.
Just quietly open the door.
Yeah.
Don't
So I went over there
anything.
and I opened the door, and it was like the third or fourth time. She's like, "What do you want?" And I said, "I have meat for your mouth." She was like,
Hey, well, you know,
See, that's why we're actually friends.
yeah. And then she realized what I was talking about, but by the time it was all said and done and I left, I was like, we were leaving. I said, "I'm sorry for Bob, but they were the ones that were giving me all the treats to bring to you." And she's like, "I wasn't that mad. That brisket was amazing." So, and then the next morning she was eating the cheesecake and she was like, "Holy crap, these are amazing." I was like, "Yeah,
They
see,
are very
worth
good.
it."
they are good.
But no, they were very, very cool hosts. I will definitely be making the trip back up to see you guys there again. If and when you're there again, I'll be making that trip back up. Hell, I might be making the trip back up in a couple weeks for the car show. But and I don't want to pry too much, and you guys put out as much information as you want to. Obviously, we don't want to dive too much into the money situation, but was it a pretty good turnout, for the local chapter?
It was.
Yes, it was.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually sent a letter and stuff thanking us today from them. So it
I was
was,
going to ask if you did that yet.
no, I didn't. Matter of fact, I can read it if you guys want.
Yeah.
It says, "Dear Southern Outlaws Band, we thank you for the generous donation to the Trumbull County chapter number 11 of the Disabled American Veterans for over $1,232 from your outgoing concert at the Five Forest Distillery in Newton Falls, Ohio. This generous donation will enable us to continue with our work to assist veterans of Trumbull County. It is our choice and chosen course to help veterans and who served our country in both times of war and at times of peace. The caring and compassion from all of you of the Southern Outlaws Band make it possible. Again, thank you on behalf of all veterans. With our best personal regards, yours truly, the chapter treasurer, Kenneth J. David of the DAV.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's cool, and it's nice to see it go back to the community and not like not saying all quote unquote charities are bad, but sometimes it goes into such a big pot and it doesn't really get back to where it needs to go. So it's really cool that it's going right back into your guys' community and your guys' area. Especially our listeners. I know you're a vet as well, and former police officer or deputy.
Yep, deputy sheriff.
Deputy sheriff. So I say it all the time, and I think that was one of the things that I was most excited for, was to be able to be a part of something that was for the community, even though I'm not a part of that community, and for something that was for our veterans. And I don't think enough is done. And Connor and I have had this conversation before. Sometimes I don't think enough is done to give back to our vets, especially our older vets that are out there. So it's nice to be. It was a really nice thing that I got to be a part of, and to see everybody there and see the guys from. I believe they were from the chapter.
Yeah. Although the honor guard was from the chapter 11. Yeah.
That was cool. And you guys do quite a bit as it is already. I know you said before your red, white, and blue, the cover of red, white, and blue, you guys donate every penny back. And you guys do other stuff like that too, don't you?
Yeah, we do a lot. We've done a guitar signing. We raffle off bottles, from our sponsors and that for them. So we try to raise as much money as we can, and biggest thing is making awareness of the DAV and all the work that they do, not just our chapter, but across the country, because they don't make the vets jump through hoops like some of the charities do. When you give to your local chapter of the DAV, that money's going to serve your community, and they definitely help the vets.
Nice. That's good to hear. That's one of those things that you always worry about when you give to charities or when you get involved with doing stuff like that. So that's great. Especially, I wasn't a vet, but I'm surrounded by them. With Connor's a vet, Blaze, one of my other co-hosts, Jeff, they're vets. Tony D, who used to be a part of the show, he
Air Force
in the Air Force. I don't know if he's fully retired yet or not.
Yeah,
if not, he's.
If I remember correctly, he said he's 20, a little over 20-year retired.
Yeah, something like that. So, and then growing up, dad and grandparents and stuff like grandfathers and stuff like that. I always want to do more or do something for our veterans, but there's only so much that's out there that can be done that I can do. But
yeah.
Well, that's what I think we and Dave will agree. We've used our platform and stuff to bring awareness, to it, and especially, like I said, the DAV that helps, their local, veterans, anytime that we can use our platform to wind up either raising money or making awareness, of them, it's a win-win.
Mm-hmm. No, that's something I want to do with this show down the road with Connor being a vet and whatnot. I want to do something and not do it every other week or whatever, but try to do it a couple times a year where we bring either veterans or active duties, particularly onto this show, because I would like to talk to them more for my, so I could learn, but also so other people can learn, not just what it's like after you get out of the military, but prior to the military and during the military, and then after the struggles and the ups and downs and everything of being in the military. I want to do that on this show. Yeah, the fallout. Yeah, the everything that's involved with it, as much as they want to talk about it. But I want to do that particularly with this show, and have different guests on every time we do it, so that we can see different mindsets and stuff like that. I know Connor and I have talked about it, especially with, it seems like in the last few years with the 22 a day becoming so relevant, or not relevant, but out there more and more. It doesn't seem like there's as much awareness that should be brought to it as we could do. But it seems like it's more the younger generation that is facing that difficulty.
It's the same thing in the first responder community too. A lot of them, unfortunately, have committed suicide, and there's really no help for a lot of them. They're just now starting to wind up getting mental help and stuff for a lot of the police officers, because and all first responders, because we're seeing people at their worst on a daily basis, and if you say anything about it, well, they're going to put you behind the desk, and so that's why a lot of them just don't say anything. So that what you guys are trying to do, and bring a spotlight or give a platform for veterans, first responders to come and talk. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. Glick and I were actually having a conversation.
Just got to suck it up and deal with it.
About first responders. One of my best friend actually is he works down at the sheriff's office. He's getting ready to head out the academy here later this year. But he's working with his FTO, and he just had two really, really, really shitty calls back to back the other night. And he gave me a call because he was having a rough time trying to process it. He was like, I can't say anything about it at work. I haven't even gone to the academy yet, man. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, I don't know how to help. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to say. And the problem is, I think that's what's rolling around.
Yeah,
that's what's going on everywhere. Is there's no good way to address this issue because there's such a stigma behind it, and it can mess with your career just as fast as you can say something.
Right. That's why a lot of them, leave it, especially my generation, of law enforcement, is they all kept it bottled up. That's why most of them drank.
Including you.
Go down to the old.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
I thought it was out with him.
Well, no, he was drinking before he even knew me. See?
I didn't start drinking until I met
Dave. Made everything worse.
Yeah, Dave just makes me drink more. That's all.
I'm surprised I'm not an alcoholic. Oh wait.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Sandy's got it so bad that she's everywhere she goes, she's got like a stash of Fireball. She's even got a bottle here at my place, so there's always Fireball on hand because of what she has to deal with Dave. So she's got it worse than I do,
Sad thing is, though, I couldn't really drink over the weekend. I had to drive my mama, and it was like, can't do it.
She was a character too.
Oh,
she is.
she is 100% hillbilly. Let me tell you what.
I think that was one of the highlights. I think that was one of the highlights was getting to talk to your guys' parents, because they were a trip. I mean, I was like, oh man, I bet y'all were something else in your younger day.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
No, yeah,
well, you gotta think. My wife's put up with me for 32 going on 33 years, so she deserves a medal.
I feel the same way about my wife. We've only been together.
Definitely sainthood for your wife. And
God love her.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with us.
I've been trying to warn Nikki. I'm like,
we have good people around us.
We do,
and that's
we do.
That's the key to a lot of our success, as far as sticking together and doing what we do. Because there's always a helping hand out there for us.
Oh yeah,
if we need it.
If somebody had told me kids
having that good support.
Many of them.
It doesn't really stop
That-
there. I
having-
think it's because of our fans too, because
Yeah.
we've had fans in all kinds of states that said, "Hey, you come here, you got a place to crash. You know,
Yeah.
you need a hot meal. We'll cook you guys anything," because they know we don't eat that great on the road.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I
Yep.
mean, so it doesn't just stop with our family either. I mean, like I said, our fans are just been unbelievable. That's why we thank every single one of them every time,
Yep.
because they're just awesome,
We
absolutely awesome.
when we were in Texas, we played in a town called Banderas, and I'll tell you what, we needed some rehearsal space, and they were kind enough to let us use that space, their bar.
Mhm.
And I tell you
They
what,
ended up putting out tip jars. They're
We-
like, you guys can't play for free, but we can't afford you.
we
So they set out tip jars.
but
And
yeah,
we just wanted a
Yeah.
place to rehearse.
we just wanted a place to rehearse, and they were so welcome. I mean,
That place was phenomenal.
everybody was
phenomenal.
very, very nice, and it was
That-
very cool.
They didn't sell alcohol. They only sold beer, but you could bring your own alcohol as long as you shared.
Really?
So there was nonstop bottles being
I've
passed.
got the same rule at my house.
That's my kind of place. I felt at home.
Oh,
yeah.
we did, didn't we? Art? Oh,
And
yeah.
you can bring your own dog.
Yeah.
Yes. And the
Ooh.
funny thing is, the one guy, he actually got up and sang a song with you guys, if you remember. Can't remember.
Mhm.
He was out dancing, and his dog was out there with him, like on his back legs, holding on to the man, dancing around the stage.
That was Moonshine Billy.
Yes. I
Bob,
couldn't-
Moonshine
Moonshine
Bob.
Bob.
Moonshine Bob. That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's actually from Ohio.
That's
Right.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah, and they pass a moonshine.
We're good people. We're good people in Ohio.
Oh, it was such a good time.
Even the
No,
ones
I
that
think-
left Ohio.
3 days there.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think having that massive support group behind you guys and the fan base you have speaks volumes to who you guys are as individuals. You guys are all some of the nicest people I've ever met. I mean, I said from the first time I had you guys on, welcome to the nonsensical family. And since day one, you guys have made me feel like a part of your guys' family, and especially coming out there a couple weekends ago, like right off the gate, I was like, damn, I mean, I never felt this welcomed anywhere ever before, right out the bat. So I said that speaks volumes on who you guys are as individuals as well.
Oh, you're part of the Southern Outlaws family now.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, yep.
It's like as soon as I saw you walk in the parking lot, it was like, there he is. Come out and met you guys, and
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked in. We were there like, you gotta get. The girls were like, you gotta get wristbands, and she's like, oh wait, you're with the band, aren't you? I'm like, how do you know? I don't even know who you are.
Yep.
Look, there's gonna be a Sasquatch. Don't be afraid. He's with us.
No, that was good because it was a great experience actually. Had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, now that my heart's slowed down, I'm gonna go smoke
Mm.
some.
And I think for the
It
5-4,
really
we got
was.
to
That was a
everybody at the 5-4 distillery and all the people that worked the venue, that day, got to give them a big shout out because they did a tremendous job, especially never doing anything to this scale
Yeah,
before, and they really did an amazing job.
sure did.
Yep.
No,
And-
they absolutely rocked it out.
Sure did.
I'm really looking forward to having them come up on one of the shows, and it's a 2.5 hour drive, but like I told them, I said, anything you guys want from me or need from me, or if you want me to come up again, just say the word. I'll make the drive. It's absolutely worth it at the end of the day, just based off of the experience. And I'm all about. I'd much rather support somebody local and somebody small rather than supporting like a big chain or a big we have a newly opened PBR dance club and barbecue joint, and it's a massive chain. I'd much rather be involved with the local guys right here in my neighborhood, or making a trip and being involved with somebody.
No, if you ever if you ever have a big event and you want us to make a guest appearance, just say the word. You know, we're available. You know,
Absolutely.
Here in the next couple of years, it might be something that I want to try to do. I want to try to put together some kind of music weekend or something like that. But again, never dabbling in that world. I've got a couple places in mind in the area. One of the new bars, they built this big, beautiful stage, and then Nikki, she's like, they said they put out a Facebook post saying they were looking for bands, and I instantly tagged the Southern Outlaws, and then I seen the picture of the stage, and I was like, yeah, that's a much nicer stage than I thought it was going to be. I mean, they put a lot of time and money into building a nice big stage. I was like,
I seen that post.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just have them reach out to us.
I've got to get my proverbial teeth into the community and start, putting names out there and getting. I told Nikki, I said after this past weekend, I want to start reaching out to some businesses and stuff like that and seeing if, being able to come and do events and stuff like that with them and do the show live there. We'll clean up a little bit. We'll clean up our acts a little bit, when we're out in public, but. But for the most part, I want to get involved in the community and be able to do events like car shows and stuff like hell. There was a car show right outside the window from the axe throwing place, and I was like, man, if I'd have known about that, I might have reached out to the organizers and been like, hey, we have a car show on our network. We got a couple, grease monkeys. Do something live here, and then rolled into that, but. Apparently they didn't advertise until like a few days before they did it. So one of those pop-up car shows on the square, but no, I mean, and that's huge for them because, the 5-4s now they know that they can handle something, bigger events and they might be more willing to do more events, whether it be car shows or concerts like with what they did with you guys or, even the I'm not in that world. What is it? The poker runs, the motorcycle rides.
Yeah.
I know those are always huge turnouts. So.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
On both ends of it. I've rode in them and I've also helped plan them. So.
Nice. So. I got you guys here, and obviously, Arliss, you being a vet and you being a former first responder, former sheriff's deputy, how long have you been retired from the department?
I've been retired from the department now for about 20 years.
Oh wow, you've been out the game for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be up there. What was that like for you when leaving that world behind? Did you have a hard time walking away from it or anything like that, or?
I had no choice. I was injured in the line of duty.
Yeah, the unfortunate force to. Were you ready to? I mean, obviously you had no choice, but was it something you were ready to do, or was it
No.
kind of a? I'm not finished doing what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I wasn't finished doing what I was doing, but like I said, I got hurt pretty bad, and was in a wheelchair for about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So after, they said that, you're not coming back, you're not going to be able to come back. And they offered me full retirement. And I took it. And then after many years of rehabilitation, and now I'm doing what I'm doing. But
The rock
you know,
star life.
music's been, been in my blood ever since I was younger. So, I mean, that's what I did before I was a cop, and everything was, was played music and played at the Grand Ole Opry. And then I stepped away from that because my daughter was so young, and that's when I, became a cop and everything. So, but no, I'm much happier doing what I'm doing now.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Was that we've talked on this show before. And Dave, I know you got young, and well, they're not so young anymore, but was that a tough decision to walk away from something that you love so much, music, to sacrifice that for because we've talked about making sacrifices for our kids on here. Was that hard to do initially to walk away, or did you find it easy to do to be there for your kids?
I found it easy, because, at the time, like I said, she was just young and the road was pretty tough, when you got just a little kid, dragging them around.
Mm.
So, it wasn't that, that much of a, decision that, it was hard to make or anything, because I was offered a 4-year contract. And back in those days, when they gave you a 4-year contract, you were over in Europe for 4 years,
Jeez.
So I turned all that down to stay home. And then besides, if I would have went that route, I'd have never met that, goofy guy next to me over here.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think he's my punishment in a way,
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I say about Jeff. I must have done something really bad in a previous life to be stuck with Jeff for the rest of my life.
So after putting up with Dave and stuff, I mean, in my next life, I mean, damn, I'm gonna come out like a golden eagle with wings.
Right.
I mean, shit.
Easy street.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I wouldn't want to do this musical journey with anybody else. You're going to need a bigger camera, Sandy, than Dave. I mean, I give him shit because he's just an easy target.
I love it. I am an easy target, and I like it.
But no, he's my brother. I love him, and I pick on him.
Yep.
And he picks on me once in a blue moon. I kind of mark it on a calendar,
Oh yeah. I wait for that prime opportunity. Trust me.
He does every
Yeah.
now and again.
Well,
yes.
After he had a surgery before we did the gig, he's saying, okay, they put this scope here and here and here. And he said, well, then he had some coffee. I said, well, dude, I said, you know why you had to have some coffee? I said, you need to check for the leaks. I said, you could be a sprinkler going around. I was making the moves, man.
Oh, yeah. The poor artist was trying so hard not to laugh because he had stitches.
Yeah, it was the next day. I had surgery on a Monday. They removed my gallbladder, and on the very next day we had rehearsal.
The very next day we went shopping and then had rehearsal. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
I went to Myers and Walmart, and I don't even know where else we went that day. I'm like,
shopping always takes priority.
Well,
as my wife always said.
A lot of people don't realize, I've got a pretty high pain tolerance.
Push through the vein.
Tylenol after surgery.
Yeah, I don't take anything.
You got bigger
That just
stones
sealed the
than I
deal.
do.
He's officially nuts. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. That sounds just like me. I don't take anything more than Advil. Cut my arm off. Give me a couple Tylenol. I'll be fine.
He won't even take Tylenol.
I don't take that don't take Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, none of that.
None
Nothing.
of
Yeah, that's about all I'll take for like a headache or something like that. And
Nope.
To give you an example, I overdid it. It was during wintertime, and
okay.
Oh, these are not like the last ones or the ones before that or the ones before that. I think Buggy and I are gonna die.
Okay.
but yeah,
There's
The hell is going on?
Nikki got bacon wrapped
cream cheese stuffed.
What?
Bacon wrapped cream cheese stuffed jalapenos.
Okay,
Put
so
on it. The
jalapeno
last couple
poppers?
of times she's gotten them, they've taken the seeds. They've taken the seeds
There's
out
no
of
seeds.
them. Apparently, they didn't take the seeds out of these ones because her and my middle daughter are
Dying.
dying. So
It's a jalapeno.
She says my ears.
Yeah. Good
Don't eat the
stuff.
pepper.
trust me, I had no
My
intention.
dad used to tell me they were pickles. I only made that mistake one time though.
There's
used
a
to have a
reason for that.
And I always planted the cherry tomato plants for my kids, so they would help in the garden. And my youngest daughter, first year I planted habanero peppers,
Oh.
thinking it was the cherry tomato plant. She was like
Oh, no.
That's a mistake.
ouch.
Yeah, poor kid.
I don't eat spicy food.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
I love
But
it.
no,
I don't,
Glick,
eat, I
the
don't
one
eat spicy food anymore. I got acid reflux.
it's
God, you're so fucking old. Let me go get your oatmeal and jello there.
Connor, you might only be 27, but you do realize you have the oldest body in here. You've got the
yes.
body of like a 94-year-old man.
That's
Dave's
not
dad
true.
gets
The
around
metal in
better
my
than you
body
do.
is very young.
Dave's dad
I've
gets
got
around
seven-
better
I've got
than you
8
do.
Screws. I've got 8 screws and 4 rods that say otherwise.
Yeah. We used to tease Connor because before he had his back surgery, we used to tell everybody, and most of our listeners, including a couple people that were on the show, were convinced that Connor didn't have any legs because I would make it a very believable story that Connor lost his legs.
Oh my God.
That's not
And then I told
happening.
everybody when he went to get surgery, he was getting brand new legs. He was getting bionic legs, and they believed that too. So
They work via Bluetooth. It sucks when you don't have any signal.
No, you gotta have your people. You gotta have your people around you can have fun with. Jeff and I have been friends for, oh Jesus Christ, how long have I been on this life sentence with him? We've been
I don't know. I'm
20.
surprised you haven't shot him yet. I've thought about it 3 times. And I've known him for like 2 years.
Trust, I've contemplated it. 20 some odd years. We met when we were like 15. I love the guy to death, but there are some days where it's just like, it's a good thing you're in Cancun and I'm in Ohio.
Oh, yeah,
I would strangle you, but he does take a lot of abuse, like Dave does. But every once in a while, he'll get me with one, or he'll get one of the other guys with one.
Oh, bye, Glick. He's the new Arliss. He's just dipping out. All right,
Yeah,
bye.
he froze up this time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and you're coming. You're
each
coming
their
through
own, I
smooth
guess.
as butter
But
now, Arliss.
Somewhere.
Get fucked, Glick.
Yeah, random.
yeah, I will.
Well, I have to share something with you guys.
Send it.
Sandy was actually out fishing when we started this.
Yeah.
So she comes back, shows me her phone, and there was a bear right across the creek. from
A
where
bear
she-
chased me out of my fishing spot.
Where are you guys at?
We're in Western Pennsylvania. We're in the Allegheny Mountains.
So is a black bear?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of Dave's relatives.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what, Arliss, it's scared.
I was about to say, it's Glick's cousin.
Right there. There's the camera. I don't know if they can see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a little one.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I sent it to you, or I sent a message.
Oh, they
I'm sure
did.
it probably
Uh-huh.
spoke to you, but I think that's so cool.
Did you see that clip?
Are you serious?
Try that and see if that's any better. Nice.
Yeah, it chased me out of my fishing spot.
Yeah, it's
It's just a
a
little-
picture. It's a picture of Dave's ex-girlfriend.
That's all right. There you see a little bit. What scared the crap out of me? My pole ended up in the bushes again, Arlie.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, okay, I'm not going fishing alone no more until I get my gun. I'm not doing it.
He didn't bother you, did he? I mean,
The scream probably scared the shit out of him.
yeah, they do.
Oh,
exist.
what up, Benj?
Yep.
Mm.
At least it wasn't
what
the
do we
snake
have for
this
dessert?
time.
That's not necessarily something you plan for when you're going fishing. You know, getting
No.
You're out in the mountains. Always take a shotgun with you.
I will be carrying soon enough. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
always be prepared for the for everything.
Yeah.
I live in the hood. I never leave the house without a gun.
Yeah, she actually had a rattlesnake come across the creek right at her.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Several different times,
Yeah.
not just one.
Yeah.
Just start whipping it with the fishing pole.
Oh, my fishing pole was in the weeds again.
I never seen a person walk on water or run on water before, but I did that day. Oh no, that was before the other snake. But I was down creek and I had a trout in my hand.
You had
And
a
I
trout
hear-
on your line.
I hear this scream. I'm thinking, oh, boy.
There go the fish.
I truck up creek and there he is. That's her, the snake, and our fish that we caught. All right. So, but yeah, I dealt with him, and then
It was a huge.
yeah, it was big. It was probably about 4 foot.
They kept saying, "Oh, you have your waders on; they won't bother you."
We're just not going to take. Yeah, let's not take any chances.
I mean,
They
Eastern
literally-
rattlesnakes are fat boys.
Yeah,
It was huge. It was huge.
yeah. We got
They
some
had,
big snakes here. Yeah.
Out at oh shit, what are some caverns out in El Paso? They had a big like display case with animals and taxidermied animals and all this. It's like, oh, this is the Western Diamondback rattlesnake. It's only like 3 feet long. I'm like,
Right.
that's not that big. And then in the display case next to it is an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake, and it was a 6 foot long rattlesnake. I said, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be running too.
They've caught them here. We actually know snake hunters that come here and they go for. They'll be holding them up with still about 3 or 4 feet of tail on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Jeez,
Damn.
LP.
Yeah,
These things are.
they're massive.
So the
Yeah, a
joke-
lot of people don't realize the Eastern Diamondback's a lot bigger than the Western Diamondback.
Yep.
So his cousin and him, they're always saying, you could make some money. You could go out with these guys, they could pay you. Because the snakes always come to where I'm at. I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh, that's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
snake bait.
It's a lot of bait.
Snake bait.
No.
Yeah, snake bait.
It's not a big deal. You'll be all right.
We go
That's why
fishing
you
on-
got them around here.
We go fishing on these rocks, and we got the river right behind us here. And those snakes will see her on the other. They're on the other side, and
Every
they'll
time.
swim all the way across to where she's at. They don't bother me.
Damn.
They'll go
I don't know
right to
why.
her.
Every
Oh,
time we're down here fishing.
Yep. So I got snake bait. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. You fish over there. I'm gonna fish over here.
Exactly.
And that's why he's a different spot. He never fishes with me.
Dave, can I
My
tell you
my
what
next
you
vest
did
could be made out of rattlesnake that we catch from Sandy.
Yeah.
No.
I'm about to say Pennsylvania sounds more and more sounds better and better the more we talk about
Well,
it.
I'll tell you,
I
there's a
love
lot of
wildlife. Man.
There's a lot of wildlife.
wildlife here. I mean, you got just about everything.
Not including Dave.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm part of it. So,
You think they'd go to him? No.
Got a
I
wild running
So now I
around.
need a cigarette.
Oh, don't let Glick come to you, because then they'll have the guys with the TV cameras and everything out there. There's a squatch in these woods.
Well,
Just
They do that every time Dave goes out there without a shirt on.
I know. That's it.
I didn't think grizzlies came this far south.
Yeah, I seen it pop on the news. Oh, they found a Sasquatch in Pennsylvania. It's like, nah, that's just Dave.
That's just it.
That's
He's
just
carrying
Dave.
a 10-point buck over his shoulder. It was weird.
Actually, the one that's behind me in the middle is 14.
Damn.
Yeah, it's got. Matter of fact, there's walls on each side here that have horns for my dad and mounts for my dad and my son. So yeah,
The one wall, just your dad.
Yeah, the one wall is just my dad's, and I don't know how many he's got over there, but
A
yeah.
lot.
So
I'm about ready to whoop on my buddy Chase's ass, because he keeps telling me, "Oh, you got to come out here to Tennessee in the fall, and we'll take you hunting, because you ain't never been hunting before." I'm waiting on the invite, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to the police academy, so maybe next year." I'm like, "Motherfucker!"
And I'll tell you what,
Supposed to
guys,
do it.
you can believe me or not, but I actually had a bear run into me physically, hit me.
Oh, jeez.
And I did it on purpose. He was coming down the mountain, he was moving, I stepped right out in front of him. So just to experience that.
You punch him in the face?
No. When he hit me in the leg, he looked up at me, and I think he got more scared because he took off.
He took over.
And my two sons were able to, they saw him, so it was like, wow, this is cool.
That's like bucket list things for me to do, is to go out to Alaska and see the grizzlies and the moose, and go moose hunting and see all the elk and everything out there.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord.
Grizzlies will hunt humans. I mean,
Yeah, they will tear you apart. That's what I've always heard, is the black bears are skittish, and they'll stay away from you as much as they can unless they feel threatened or they've got cubs. But
Right.
grizzly bears will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Smile on their face.
Yep.
Just out of boredom. That's how I want to get back down to Charleston. I want to go wild boar hunting down there. I never got the opportunity when I was down there.
I heard that's a blast.
Yeah, I had customers that did it every weekend, and they're like, "Oh, you got to come out with this. You got to come out with us." And I was always so busy down there. And then when my ex-wife and I split up, I was like, "Hell yeah, now I got free time. I'm going to go wild boar hunting." And it just never happened because I was always working. But one of my buddies down there, him and I were talking the other day, and he was like, "Next time you come down here, guarantee you 100%. First thing we do, we're going boar hunting." I was like, "Man, I can't wait. I want to do it." He's like, "It's a rush, but they're hard to kill, and they are angry."
And they are bigger than you fucking think they are.
Well, yeah, they're
Yeah.
neat.
I've always heard, boars are big, boars are scary, and all this. But like, you see them on the TV, and you think it's just a pig. That's all it is. And we were out in Georgia. I was at Fort Benning. We were doing our training, and we were doing land nav, and we're all bedded down for the night. You got to have half of the guys up for fire watch. My buddy comes over to me. He's on fire watch. He's like, "You see that shadow out there?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "That's a boar." He's like, "That's like 3.5, 4 foot tall.
Yeah,
That thing's fucking huge."
yeah.
And so we had to go tell the drills about it. He's like, "All right, wake everybody up. We're moving sites, because this is where he's going to be rooting around for the next 5 hours." I'm like, "Fuck this. I don't want to be out here anymore."
No,
I'm out.
You watch the documentaries, and I'll tell you what, they're nothing to mess with. I mean, even for animals that try to mess with them. So
No, those tufts are razor sharp.
Oh yeah. I don't want any freaking part of it.
Yeah.
And of course, we're out there and it's training, so we don't have live rounds or anything like that. All we have is our little pocket knives on us. I've got this little guy. Like, this isn't gonna help me. What is this gonna do? Might as well be giving him a COVID shot.
Okay, I watched John Wick kill 400 guys with a knife smaller
Good
than
for
that.
fucking you. Listen, I might feel like I'm a badass, but I'm not fucking with a boar.
You
Wild
can take
animals
out a
don't
little
care.
boar.
Wild animals do not care. They will fight till their last breath, and we usually give up way earlier. People are significantly easier to kill than animals. Wow, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I've killed some animals in my time. I've never killed a person, so I have no
Me too.
I have no frame of reference there, Connor.
Me either. That's just what I've heard from people.
It's Connor, Evansville, Indiana.
They already have my IP address. I'm sure I'm on a no-fly list. That's why I drive over. You mind if we check your check bag? No, I'll just leave.
And we got to give a shout out to the girl that danced with us on stage, Dave.
Yes,
yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Interesting.
Man, she was interesting. She was the sweetest could be though. Because when you guys were on break, she came up to me. She was like, "You got pulled, don't you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think I got any pull." And I was like, "What do you need? Do you want to meet the guys?" I said, "I might be able to arrange that." And she's like, "No, I want to get up on stage and dance and sing with them." And I was like, "Yeah, that's above my pay grade." And you see the lady in the orange hat? Yeah, you go check with her. And if she says it's okay, then that's fine. But she was. I think I got caught talking to her for about 10 minutes, and she was something else, man. She was a trip, but she was a sweetheart. She was as nice as could be. She was enjoying herself out for the night. And I came back over and she said, "You got to pick me up on stage." I said, "There's stairs right over there." And she was like, "Oh, you can pick me up." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
she was all over the place, that's for sure.
Yes. She went back to see Mikey. Poor Mikey, man. I don't know what he said. He said, "I got to play this. I got to say this. Get basically keep his hands off. Keep your hands off me."
So what she do? She comes up and crawls between our legs.
Yes.
Freaked me the hell out.
Well, she did it to you first. So when she came over to me, I'm saying, "Okay, yeah."
Here we go.
I almost lifted my feet up, get horseback right.
Yeah. hit her with a little surprise. Hey, you surprised us. I'm going to surprise you.
And the dismount from the stage, that was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like,
yeah, but I was thinking in the back of my head that could go wrong really quick. Thank God she had some sober friends that were down there on the stage that caught her.
I eased up a little bit closer just in case, and I was like, "Oh Lord, this is going to end very badly," because she only had a couple sober friends with her. The rest of them were when I was talking to her, they were hanging off the golf cart that was over by the main building, and one of their sober friends was like, "You guys need water."
Oh boy!
But
they were having a mom's night. That's what she told me about 10 times. It's a mom's night. And I said, "Oh yeah, you're having a good night." Yeah, I'm having the best time ever. I said,
"What's with that dude in the skimpy police officer outfit?" Arliss, is that you?
No, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. And that's the thing, you never know what to expect at one of our shows, because I mean, not just the crowd will do anything, and we're enablers, we'll help. But there's nothing, you never know what either we're gonna say or do on stage either.
Mm-hmm. That's how we do things around here. You never know, especially on Saturday nights. You never know what's going to happen, what one of us are going to say, or how we're going to act. And then we started doing that open door challenge. We never know who is going to pop up on camera, or where. It's just one of those things, man. It's fun to have that wild card. It adds that little extra something to the experience when people come out to see you guys. Because every show is going to be different. I would imagine.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
I gotta ask. what was y'all's very first? And y'all might not even remember it, but
See you
the
tomorrow.
first time that you got on stage in front of a crowd of any size, whether it be a bar or whatever, what was that like? Feelings, nervous, panic, things like that. Because my wife's been kind of bugging me to go and play at one of the local bars here, and I don't play for people. I play for my kids.
Huh.
Well, the thing of it is, we've all been doing it since we were young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you go first, Dave.
Let's see. I was 8 years old. I made my first $20.
Wow.
And I got up on stage because they didn't pay me to stop.
I'm terrified that'll happen.
You know what?
Take your money and get out.
It's almost exhilarating. I mean, you especially feel the energy. And that first time I actually played for the vets that came out of Cleveland. And the guy that was giving me lessons at the time took myself and then two others, one of my best friends and his grandson, took us, and we actually performed for those vets. And it was cool because, we knew what we were doing. We just had a good time. I mean, and that's when you catch the fever. That's when you want to do more. You want to do it again. You want to do something else. And then when I hooked up with these guys, I had been in a previous project and played all over, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And I have to tell you though, because I didn't know how this Arliss's name for the first. And he says, well, who's in the band? I says, well, I know the one guy, his name's Tom. She said, who else? I don't know. I said,
well, what's the lead singer's name? I don't know.
I don't know. I never heard it before. I didn't know if I was saying it right or wrong. And
I was Hey You for 2 weeks.
yeah, he was.
So was Glick when I first met him. Sometimes
But no,
that's a whole different thing.
For me, my grandfather played professional bluegrass. So I was close to 5 years old, and the bass player that played a big stand-up bass brought me up on stage and set me in the crook of the bass. And I sang Blue Moon in Kentucky in front of a bluegrass crowd. And that was my first experience of being in front of people. And I ate it up ever since. So yeah, like I said, the biggest thing of it is there is people that, have that little bit of stage fright, but I'll tell you, once you get over your first hump of ever doing anything like that, the energy that you wind up getting off the people and the excitement, trust me, it'll energize you.
There's a lot of great musicians out there who play beautifully and wonderful, and a lot of them, and some of I've talked to over the years, I don't want to play in front of anybody. It's almost like, why? Because you have a talent, So I guess it's based on the individual,
Yeah.
We feed off the crowd. We feed off of each other, and feeding off of each other is just the beginning of what makes, and I always love to bring a lot of energy. I mean, that's, I think that's part of what we do. We just have fun, and at this point in time, we just say, the hell with it, here it is.
Yeah. Love us or hate us, yeah. We're here. No, it is different level, but it getting up there and being in front of the crowd, it's a different type of high. I mean, I know I wasn't singing or anything like that when I came out there for you guys, but yes, Connor, nervous, excited, scared, all those feelings were running through my head. But the crowd was great. But yeah, man, it was like a high. It was like, man, I want to do this more now that I've done it the first time. It's like chasing that first high. Everybody says like, and it's like, wow, okay, I kind of get it to a certain degree now. And it was really cool because after I did my first little spiel and introduced Josh, I was still kind of a little nervous. And shout out to Dave because he was the first person right as I came off the stage. He was right there. Hey, good job, brother. That was awesome. I was like, okay,
It
now
was.
I feel better.
It was.
Dave's smiling face was right there waiting for me. I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally get it, man. It was like a high. It was like, holy crap, this is different. This is something I never thought that I would get the opportunity to do. So shout out to you guys again, all of you guys. You know, I really do appreciate that.
Oh, we thank you for doing it.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, I've only known Chris for probably 4 or 5 years now, and
Yeah.
he's wanted to be in front of people since the day I've met him, and he always talked about it. He always talked about wanting his own radio show, and this podcast has felt like his way of doing that. And for him to be able to get up in front of people and kind of show his heart and have some fun and be with y'all is fucking awesome. So thank you on his behalf. To be able to see him live that out is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he did it.
He did a fantastic job. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I could not have done that because I wouldn't know what to say.
I had no idea what I was gonna say, what I was gonna do. Nikki was like, "Are you gonna write some stuff down?" I said, "No, because if I write anything down, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna fuck up." And I'm like, I'm just gonna do like I do on the show. My best magic comes off the top of my head. You know, I'd ask Arliss and I asked Sandy, I said, "Is there anything that I need to touch on? Anything I need to make sure that I do or don't say?" And they're like, "No, go." And I'm like, okay. I mean, you guys are unleashing this. So,
In other words, he's saying we weren't much help at all, you know, as far as giving him direction.
If this goes south,
like men. Oh, dang it! I mean, I'm glad you guys are here. You're all very beautiful.
Yeah.
What's next?
See, but you knew. See, that's the thing. You knew what this was all about. You've seen the color guard there. You knew it was about the veteran. So you had all the information there. It was up to you how you wanted to present it. So I mean, and that's it's like writing lyrics. We sit down, we write, but we write what we feel, and maybe we make a few changes, and maybe I'm the only one that can read what I write. But
you are the only person that can read what you write. I had to hire like 2 colleges and stuff from like Egypt to be able to read his crap.
We need to create a translator app, Dave Translator app for us, so you can take a picture.
We tried that when I was getting ready to do his daughter's wedding. And he was at the point where, okay, I'm not going to type this anymore. I'm just going to use my, speech thing, the mic, and tell it, the computer what to type out. Hell, the computer even gave up and says, "I don't know what the hell you want."
Spell check.
Put the moonshine down. We can't understand you.
Yeah. So it's pretty bad when even the computer says, it throws its hands up and says, "I give up."
The computer unalived itself dealing with
Hey, it's Monday night. We don't joke about that here.
Yeah, let's
I should really put that toaster out of my shower.
Did you get your official Nonsensical Network toaster? Bathroom toaster?
Indeed, I did. However, apparently that doesn't work as well when it's a shower that only gets this deep. It just doesn't. The circuit doesn't complete, and I just stood there like an idiot and broke the fucking toaster. Now I'm out $40.
What was that?
Speaking of moonshine, trying to get me in trouble. We get there, Arliss goes up, and we introduce Nikki, and he's like, "Got the moonshine back there." Nikki said, "Not tonight." A little while later, what does Arliss do? "You want to try this? I'll stand in front of you so she can't see it." She comes walking up. She's like, I'm like, "I'm just gonna take a sip."
Real fucking moonshine is dangerous as hell. Good God. When I went out to Tennessee with Chase to go see him, and we went over to his I guess not dad, but dad. We call him his adopted dad, but we went over to his house so we could go shooting. And after we finished shooting, he was like, "Hey, you want to try some apple pie moonshine?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to try some apple pie moonshine." He's like, "I made it myself." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Don't sip it. Take nips." I was like, "I don't know what a fucking nip is, but okay." I took a swig. I'm like, "That's fucking delicious." He's like, "I'm not telling you to take nips because it's hard. It's because it's gonna go really fast." I took like 4 or 5 sips, and dude, I was 3 sheets of fucking wind. Yep. I was out there fast.
I don't know. I don't know where you got that from, but that was some nice shine.
Yeah, that straight corn shine. That was from a good friend of ours that makes it for us. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that was some good shine. I mean, I've had some before. I've grown up with people in my family that make it. My ex-wife, she got a cousin on his birth certificate. His name is Moon. First name's Moon, middle name Shine, last name Maynard. Moonshine Maynard, down there in Kentucky, and he makes some killer shine. But I've also had some that feels like it should be put into a jet and could a fighter jet for our military, you know. But that stuff that you guys had, that was nice. It was good.
Yeah, our connection. He'll come over on his Harley, and he's got several of them for us to taste. So we do a taste test. Mm-hmm. Well, those guys do taste test. I just look at it. But yeah, okay. But yeah, we got a refrigerator full. So yeah.
You know, hey Glick, you want to take a little trip out to Pennsylvania?
Well, actually, all that is back in Ohio.
Yeah, that's back in Ohio.
I didn't bring it.
Oh,
no. I brought my vodka and I brought my Crown Apple.
Yeah.
I didn't bring anything for him to drink.
Mine's well stocked.
My turn to get drunk this time.
Crown Apple and blue Gatorade. Crown Apple and blue Gatorade.
Oh no. Crown Apple and Sprite. Tastes like a green Jolly Rancher. Gotta try it.
Sorry, I'm making weird faces and noises over here. I'm
at the Coon Hunters Club. It was Moonshine and Patron Silver.
Ooh.
Oh, I love Patron.
I've got like 3 bottles of Patron sitting in that liquor cabinet that I've won.
My wife don't let me buy liquor anymore.
Well, we had some young ones that thought they can outdrink us, so.
Oh, I don't even play.
No, that don't happen. No.
I don't play that stupid game anymore. Everyone's like, "Oh, I can outdrink you." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm just gonna have a really good time over here. You have fun."
No, young guys thinking young guys thinking they can outdrink somebody. No,
fuck you, Cameron. Never. Nobody asked you.
I don't believe that. We've had some guys carried out of our local establishments before. Hey, click! This guy thinks he can drink.
What? You got carried out of our local establishment once too.
I did.
Yes, he did.
I did. Oh,
one of my old stomping grounds. The owner in there, old Tony. Every time one of them young guys would come in, "Hey, Glick, I got this Thundercat down here that says he can outdrink anybody." See, man. How's your insurance?
If Jeff was here, he could corroborate me on this. But in Korea, they don't carry you out; they let you lay on the floor till you sleep it off.
Wow!
So when you wake up a few hours later with beer and shit from other people drinking all over you. You're laying on the floor of a bar. They're just like, "You feel better? Okay, you're cut off."
Wow. Wow.
No, I'm too old for those games anymore. I don't
do them that much, but every once in a while and stuff. But if I get a wild hair at my ass and somebody wants to challenge me, it's like, okay.
Yeah, you don't challenge Arliss to that. That's for sure.
You don't even have to challenge, Dave. You just try to drink along and.
No,
I just want to sit on the back patio and have 1 or 2 beers, and here comes Dave.
When
that
was the
damn
last time
moonshine
you
out
had
again.
1 or 2 beers? You mean 1 or 2 30 racks? There's no fucking shot.
Me? I'll have you know,
No,
sir.
the
I only
dog.
had.
Yes, you.
I'll have you know, sir. I have not had anything to drink since I was up there
I'm
with
not
him.
saying that you're an alcoholic. What I'm saying is you never have just 1 or 2.
This is kind of sort of ish.
That's accurate. That's extremely accurate.
I mean, I have 1 or 2
In your hand at each time.
Yeah, well, that's very true.
That's drinking responsibly. That's what that's called.
That means you don't have to get up to go get a refill.
That's right.
Well, or you find, and again, shout out to the girls at 5-4s. I was going up getting 2 at a time, and eventually they're like, we can just put it in your cup for you. You don't have to pour it in there yourself. I'm like, well, hell, that would have made my life a whole lot easier 2 hours ago. I was walking around with my Southern Outlaws cup that I was drinking. I was like, yeah, they're like, yeah, we can just put it right in there for you. You don't have to buy 2 at a time. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I got back from Korea and my wife and I got to go on a date night. We had someone babysit for us, thank God. And so we went over to the bowling alley on Post, and I was like, I'll get a pitcher of beer. And she was like, oh, sweet. Yeah, we can just share the pitcher of beer. I'm like, first of all, you don't even like beer. Secondly, why do you think we're sharing? What do you want? This is mine.
No. Well, like I said, the first time I had these guys on, I'm like, yeah, the show's only 2 hours. We'll get to know you, play a couple of your songs.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
6 hours
I
later,
started
Jeff.
serving the guys moonshine,
Yeah.
and Dave wasn't sipping; he was downing glasses at a time.
See, you would only need to give me 1 glass. That's the
Dave
cool thing about being a
attacked the
lightweight.
potted plants. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's that.
The cool thing about being a lightweight is you're really cheap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My bartender.
Oh, he's that.
Yeah, he is. And more ways than one.
Just how I like them, cheap and sleazy.
My wife will confirm I'm an easy lay.
Hey, I had him on a 12-step program, but going backwards. But
It was working for a while.
Step 1,
It was
pour
working.
the alcohol. Step 2,
Yeah.
drink it. Step 3, repeat.
Step 3.
He was doing
2.
really good for a while.
Yeah.
yeah,
We were all feeling good that night. Like Dave assaulted all the potted plants in the house.
Do you know that plant's doing better than the rest of them now?
Nice.
He was oxygenating it. That's all.
You call me Miracle Grow, man. Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That plant was clear.
I need you to come over to my house. I got some hydrangeas.
We're all talking, laughing, having a good time. Next thing you hear is bang, clang, crash, man. What the fuck is going on over there? Well, it's just Dave.
there was potting mix all over the floor.
The roots were there. I mean, they were in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And look at that tomorrow.
Dave walked back in the room with a pot on his head instead of a beer.
I showed up.
Look, Devo. the Southern version.
What is this? Bluegrass Jackass.
Yeah.
My name is Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Oh man. Yeah, just in the short time we've known each other. Oh, the memories already made.
Yep.
Well, I have to say that night I didn't have too much to drink. I just had like 1 or 2, and that was it.
You mean at the show?
Yeah, at the show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the show. Yeah, we don't drink that much at the show.
No.
That I can't drink and play at the same time, so it doesn't work. Although I did have moonshine at one show, and my fingers, Arla said my fingers went faster than he's ever seen. But I don't know. It was
Yeah,
pretty good
but were
stuff.
you? Dave was playing ZZ Top, and you guys were like, what's he doing over there?
Yeah.
Fucking, it sounds good. Let him go.
We have a lot of fun. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and Arliss, I have to tell you, my sons, they said, "Where's the real beer, Dad?" I said, Arliss has got something in his cooler. They weren't too fond of, the IPAs thing, and to Greg says, "Well, what kind of beer is this?" I said, "I don't know." So I got him a can apiece. So, but I double checked. Yeah.
Well, like I said, there was Budweiser in the cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also water. Good.
Yeah.
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 Actually, we went through quite a bit of that water too that night.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of water too in my cooler, and
Yeah.
I kept handing it to you guys too because
Yeah.
I knew you needed it.
It was hot as hell. I was surprised at how hot it was. I know Mama Sandy came over and saved the day. I'm over there just sweating. And
So
it's just like, she was like, "You want another shirt?" I was like, "I was just thinking if I had one in my car." She's like, "I'm gonna go get you one so you can cut the sleeves off of it." I think he was like, "Yes, please."
I went up and got him a shirt that Mimi made. Tracy.
Yeah, that's like all of our equipment was just sticky and wet afterwards. And Scully, he was even soaked, and he wasn't out in the rain.
No.
Yeah.
The amount of dew that was coming down. And
at the end of the night.
The guitars were wet, and I'm looking at them. They're glistening at me, and I'm like,
I know.
Not good.
Those guys wanted you guys to play another song and this, that, and the other, but.
And normally we would have.
Yeah,
Right.
but everything was just like.
Yeah. I broke a string on one of the guitars that normally doesn't break one. So finished off the night with my rehearsal guitar. And but it came out good. It was good. But
no, it was a fantastic show. It was a fun show.
Yeah.
It really was.
And we had a good time.
And I have to give the guys credit because Sunday we all expected, they're going to go there and they're just going to put on a regular old show, nothing major. Shit, they had just as much energy, if not more, and the crowd absolutely loved it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, I think somebody had gone live. Maybe it was you, Sandy. Somebody went live on Facebook a couple times.
I did.
I popped in, and I was like, "Man, these guys—they're right back up doing it again." Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It was like they didn't even play the day before.
No.
It was awesome. They did a great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, here real quick, I got to go put my littles to bed. If y'all are still up here when I get done doing that, I'll come hop back on. But I got to go take care of them because I'm a dad and all that fun stuff. So
hey, nothing wrong with that.
It was great hanging out with y'all. If you're not up here when I get back, it was awesome hanging out.
It was absolutely.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yes,
absolutely. Fuck you, Glitch.
Fuck you, Connor.
Love you, buddy.
That's cool.
I don't know. Yeah, you guys. Man, I don't know if I'm just too old or what it was, but I was like, man, I want to go, but I think I fell asleep on the couch at the in-laws. We got back and I sat down on the couch. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here, relax a little bit. And I told Nikki, I said, I might be up to taking the, it was only 45 minutes down the road. And her dad was like, if you guys go, I want to go, because he wanted to come out Saturday night. But he didn't want to have to drive back to PA where they were. And like we told him, if we'd have known earlier, we would have booked a hotel that had 2 beds instead of just the one.
Right.
I was sitting on the couch. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give me something to drink, a little something to eat. I'll be good to go. And then I moved over to the recliner, and it was a game over.
That's
and
it.
I woke up. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I wonder where Nikki is. And she was back on the. They've got a sunroom on their house with the day bed in it, and that's where she likes to sleep when we're there, because she opens up all the windows and it is very peaceful in there when it's dark. When the sun comes up and it blinds you when you're asleep because it comes right in the window. And I walked out to the garage, and her dad was about a bottle, and maybe a little more into some bourbon. I was like, "Yeah, we're not going back out tonight, are we?" Which I was, which I did get a strike against me. He's like, "You didn't win that bottle of Maker's Mark." I was like, "No, I didn't." I said, "Maybe you should come and bought your own raffle tickets."
You wouldn't have opened it anyways.
Yeah. No, I was giving it to him. I'm like, "Here you go. You do whatever you want."
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he actually started. It surprises me how much her parents support this fuckery that I'm doing here with this network, and he's actually become a fan of you guys from you guys being on the show and coming up and everything. He's become a fan of your guys' music as well.
Awesome.
And he's like, I like their music, and then when you guys come up here, he's like, you guys always have fun together. I'm like, yeah, they're great guys. And so yeah, I told him, I said, eventually they'll play out. We'll come up, we'll get you, we'll take you out, and you'll be able to go see him. I do want to make that happen for him because he definitely wants to see you guys live at some point down the road. Yeah, we'll make that happen. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Shit ain't nothing but a 3-hour drive from here to your house to their house, and I enjoy the drive. I take the backcountry roads and try to avoid the interstate as much as I can and cruise up that way. But
yeah, that's what we're doing now is lining stuff up. So
yeah.
No, I was just gonna ask. What you guys got coming up in the future? I seen you posted your new album coming out.
yeah, we've been working on the Christmas album. So we've already got 3 songs that are recorded and ready to go, and then we've got some other ones that we're going to be working on. So
yep. I mean,
I seen at Walmart today they're already putting the Christmas stuff out, so you guys are already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
You should have already had that. You should have already had the album.
Well, music wise, they don't start wind up playing it until after things or Halloween, so that's why it's all scheduled to. The first 3 songs will drop November 1st.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. That's not too far away. What's going on, Brian? Yeah, that's not too far down the road. I'm definitely excited for that. I'm curious to hear a Southern Outlaws Christmas. I'm curious to see, especially since you guys are writing your own stuff. So I'm
so are we. We're curious too.
Dave's like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just told to here play this.
Well, I will say one song is actually my wife's favorite. Is we did a remake of Little Drummer Boy, and Mike is actually singing it.
Yeah.
He did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you that right there is probably the most unique version of Little Drummer Boy that a lot of people are going to be shocked about.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. Now that'll be cool. That's one of my favorites.
I never really liked the song until they did it their way.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, okay.
I don't have a lot of the traditional or the class, like Little Drummer Boy is always one that I've liked, but I think I like the drums in it. I like the drums in it. And I've heard some rock bands do versions of it that they do a really good job on. Of course, they're rock bands, so the drums are heavy. And then I think probably one of my favorites is Mary Did You Know, but that's more because of my mom. That was one that she always sang around Christmas time, and I love that song. I'll listen to that. It'll periodically come up on my playlist when I'm just listening to music, and it'll be like middle of July. That like, screw it, I'm listening to it.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We did these recordings back in May or March or something like that. And here we are doing these Christmas tunes, recording them, and any time of the year. I mean, music is whenever. So. But yeah, we've got,
And Dave did one too. Tell him about yours, Dave.
I did. And it's a takeoff of the Christmas Chronicles. The one that
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, when he's in the jail cell.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Steve Van Zandt there, and you got, I mean, just a bunch of people. So yeah, I'm doing that one.
Nice.
Sing it.
hmm
So
And he did a good job with it.
yeah.
And
Thank
then Arliss, the one
Yeah,
you did.
I'm doing Santa messing with the kid.
Yep. Yep.
Definitely excited for that. I'll have to put that on when we put all our Christmas decorations up. Be like, gather around the gather around the Christmas tree, kids. We're gonna listen to some new Christmas music.
And big time, yes.
Absolutely.
And we got Christmas shine from Santa Arliss.
That's right. You're gonna have to need it. You're gonna need it to listen to it.
Yeah, it cracks me up sometimes when I'm reaching out to artists to get them to come on my show, and I'll be playing their music. And sometimes, I got teenagers, and you guys have been there. Sometimes they're like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's so and so. They're going to be on my show." And then other times they're like, "We heard that song on TikTok," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, that song could be on TikTok or whatever.
Oh, that's one thing. Our music is available on TikTok, and a lot of people has taken our songs and made videos out of them. It's kind of cool to see. That's one nice thing about the TikTok, platform is to see what somebody takes your song and they make their own little video, and it's really cool to see what they come up with.
Oh,
I get a kick out of it.
No, and I think I've done a couple with a couple of your guys' songs, just in the background for doing different things, and yeah, that's I mean, and TikTok is worldwide. Not, I mean, you guys are worldwide as it is, but yeah, that's a worldwide audience, and just some random person stumbles across one of your sounds, is like, oh, this is good. This is gonna be cool. I'm gonna make a 60-second video. And I did one. I don't know. I was up late one night, drunk or something like that, and I just did a goofy ass little video talking shit and put it up. TikTok didn't really get didn't really catch on, but on Instagram on the reels it did, and people use that sound with like their pets. It's about getting called into HR. And people use that sound with their dogs and their cats and whatever. And I love it. I think those are the coolest videos. I'd much rather watch somebody's dog who just got in trouble with my dumb voice behind it than somebody just lip syncing what I said. And it's just, and I did that like every year and a half ago, and I'll still get notifications on Instagram, and I'm right in there as soon as I get it, hearting it, commenting on it, But I'm a kind of a nerd when it comes to animals, so I'm like, yep, there you go. You won me over. You got your dog in a video, or your cat, or whatever.
I mean, that's the nice thing about all the different platforms. I mean, people listen to everything, and I mean, they're searching the net continuously.
Yeah,
and you never know who's going to run across anything. So
I think it's cool when we wind up finding stuff that's out there that we had no idea.
Oh, exactly. I know. We've done that a few times.
Yeah.
They had it was what was that, a radio station in Scotland wound up playing us and made this big thing about us, and it's like we had no idea. Somebody sent it to me that they stumbled across it on YouTube, and it was like, this is really cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it had been out for like a year, and we had no clue.
No, we had no idea.
Yeah.
So it's kind of we don't pay too much attention to it, because I mean, we look at the entertainment value as getting out there and entertaining people, but to think that your music is being heard in over 130 different countries, it's humbling. It really is.
It is.
Not that, yeah. I mean, like Dave said, that's the great thing about the internet is you never know who or where,
right?
And somebody's going to stumble across, across your music.
Yeah.
And the fact that 130 different countries.
Yeah.
Don't you guys have an XM station as well, or
Yeah.
a station that on XM that plays you guys?
Yeah, we're playing on a few different Sirius XM channels. One of them is channel 63, which is the Chris Stapleton channel. We're also played on Outlaw Country. We've been played on a few other ones too that on Sirius XM.
We're just waiting on all the licensing to get approved for our own channel. They're just verifying all the music before they approve it.
Just confirming like that it's yours and stuff, or
Yeah, which
Gotcha.
artist has all that. They said they didn't need it. They just need to go through each song, make sure it's all legit, blah blah blah, and then we'll have our own channel.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be really cool.
Oh,
That'll be really cool. I know one of the okay, my laptop was about to die. I know one of the things that I'm working on, and this is more for like you guys and previous guests, and I'm still trying to figure out how exactly to do it. But I'm working on creating. I just learned that you can create a Spotify playlist and share it out there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to create my own playlist just from the artists that I've interviewed, and then start sharing that playlist out, and hopefully help get more ears on what you guys are doing and what they're doing, because some of these guys are like, if I make it big, I make it big, but I'm content just playing in the local bars and stuff like that. But I'm like, I can appreciate
Spotify playlists are a big thing. I think the last count I've got, we're on 376 different playlists.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely out there, and people are they know who you are. And if they say that they don't, then they're lying.
They just don't want to admit it.
They don't want to admit it. We got a lot of closet fans.
I can understand why.
I blame Dave.
Yeah. That's the 5% of the fans that we do have and stuff that they're in the closet, that follow Dave. So we've got to give a big shout out to all of them. We love you.
Absolutely.
Don't be ashamed. Come out.
That's right. Trust me, Dave, we will not hold that against you personally.
Nope.
No.
If anything, pray for me because I have to stand next to him on stage. Pray for Sandy because she puts up with him on a daily basis. So I think me and Sandy need more prayers than anybody.
I agree.
I think you guys have both should have reached a level of sainthood at some point. Arliss is just gonna drop down to the stage in an all white suit one time.
Yeah.
Thanks for that idea. Next time we do a show, they never see a lot of times what I'm going to come out wearing half the time. So I'm going to come out in an all white suit one of these days. They'll probably think I'm Colonel Sanders or something.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get you that bucket Kentucky Fried
Okay.
An all white suit, and don't even tell them, and have a choir that comes out of comes out from wherever. It just does.
They'll follow me to the stage, going, "Oh."
One of two things are going to happen. Either A, we're going to think Arliss has achieved sainthood, or he started a cult. One of the two.
The second one's probably going to be more like it, but
I was going to say it. I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
The cult of
I am the Reverend, of the Southern Outlaws, Baptist Church.
He is.
Yes. He is.
Just can't walk in a church.
Right?
No. There is a story behind that, and I know that they won't say it, but I will. Every church that I have been to has either caught fire or burnt down.
Dang on.
This is no lie. Yeah, even the church that me and my wife got married. Yeah, a few years later they burnt down,
Oh man.
and it goes all the way back to childhood. I mean, so so a lot of people when I wound up, getting my license and stuff as a reverend, I think a lot of them started laughing and said, "Well, I had that on my bingo card."
Yeah. Bingo. Hell must have frozen over.
Yep.
Something frozen.
I've always said I was going to bootleg ice water or something when I got there. So
yeah. I'd like to say I'd see you there, but unfortunately, there's a restraining order against me. So.
You two, I thought it was just me. They're afraid I'll take over.
Yeah, we joke around on the show that heaven don't want us, hell's afraid of us. So we have a special VIP section that'll be set up right outside the pearly gates, so we can aggravate and annoy St. Pete for eternity.
Oh, good. I'll set up the beer stand then.
Yeah, we just sit up there and do our podcast from right outside the gate.
Oh my.
Oh my word.
They won't let us in. We're your guys' entertainment while you wait in line.
I'll have refreshments.
Yeah. Tip our beer guy. He might even sing you a song if you're nice.
But as you can tell, we like to have fun,
Nah, you gotta have fun, man. Life is far too short to be a miserable curmudgeon all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing of it is when they see us joking around on stage and seeing us have fun, that means they like to join in and just have that much more fun too.
Yeah.
So, it makes it for a whole experience, as far as, they see us having fun, they're having fun. It's contagious.
We did a private party one time, and there was like 3 other guys' names were Dave. And oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
It was funny
because they just kept picking on me. And I'm like, oh, this is all right. But everybody had a good time. I mean, it was it was cool. It was cool.
Nah, yeah, you guys, I could tell you guys definitely have a lot of fun on stage, and you guys, the 4 of you have a good connection. You have that brotherhood that goes a long way too.
Oh yeah,
and it's definitely something that the fans see, and not only and it's not something that you just do on the stage just for the act. I mean, before the show, after the show, you guys are hanging out, having a good time together. And hell, there's some bands out there that if I was like, hey man, I'd love to have you guys on the show, I'd be like, well, you can get the drummer and the singer. The rest of the guys hate each other. Like, I'm like, all right. I'll take what I can get at the end of the day, but just know I'm going to ask the questions. Oh, whoa, what's the beef? Well, we can't talk about that. Well, then why do I want you to come on my show then? No, it's like, now I know there's drama. Now there's a whole nother method to my madness.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's as we are a collective, we have a good time. I mean, you can see it, like you say. I mean, it's I always you enjoy it. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And
the thing is, the 4 of you guys, there's no competition. It's all about coming together.
Yeah. Presenting a good show. Presenting ourselves as we are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see that very often anymore when it comes to the bands.
Yeah. No, and I thought one of the other cool things, and I don't know if this is something you guys do every show, or if it was just that show, was when you guys took your break, you didn't go hide somewhere.
That's every show.
You guys.
That's every show.
Yeah, and I thought that was so cool because I I'm a huge fan of the local scene. And when I was younger, obviously I went to the big concerts and stuff like that. And obviously the big names, they're going to go hide in their trailers, whatever. But I've been to some local things where you get local bands and they're like, oh yeah, we'll take a real quick break. And then they go hide backstage until they come back up again. Other times you go and then they come out and they're in the crowd, they're up at the bar. I think that makes for an extra level of excitement when you go see a band like that when they take a little break, they don't go hide. They actually come out and interact with the crowd and shake hands and all that stuff. I thought that was really cool to see you guys actually come out and be a part of the crowd and say hi to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stop, take pictures.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, I got to meet some different people,
Mhm.
and there were some people that came because, they knew me. So I thanked them for coming. I mean, that's what you do. It's
Yeah.
all about presenting yourself.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know anything different. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Yeah. That's me. If I'm out socially, I'm chit chatting to everybody. I was surprised. There was a few people there that came up and were like, "Oh, we watched your show. We listened to your show." And
Oh
I'm like,
wow, really?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, "Oh, okay,
Nice.
cool." I didn't know how to react.
You were
I actually,
taken back
had,
by that.
I actually had a pretty long conversation with a couple of younger gentlemen. They liked this show and kind of got into a little bit of a heartfelt conversation with them, and they were sharing some stuff with it. And I told them, I said, guys, we do the Monday night show. We just turned it into an open forum. Y'all are more than welcome to come up anytime. We put the link in the chat. We didn't put it in there tonight, but we do typically on Mondays.
Right.
We invite all men to come up if they want to join the conversation. If they got something on their chest, something bothering them, whatever, feel free to come on up. And I told the guys, I was like, first and foremost, I didn't think I'd run into anybody out here that listens to any of our shows. But sit there and talk to them. It was a good 20 minutes or so. We chatted and whatnot. And
That's awesome.
I thought that was really cool because I'm like, yeah. And they're like, we didn't know if we should come up and talk to you. I'm like, I'm here just like you guys. I mean, I'm nobody important. I'm just a guy who's got a damn camera in his bedroom, and I'm not using it for pornography. Surprise, surprise. But that was really cool, to kind of, I've had it happen around town a couple times. People listen to the different shows and they recognize my voice or they recognize my face and they're like, you look just like a guy on a podcast we watched. I'm like, oh yeah? What's the name of the podcast?
We get it quite a bit going to a store or anything like that. We get recognized quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so it always shocks me when I run into somebody who's like, yeah, we listen to your podcast or we watch you guys on Tuesday nights or whatever. I'm like, oh, cool. I still don't know how to really react to that. So I'm like, I'm here to see these guys tonight. I didn't know anybody was going to be here that knows who we are.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there was a few people there that, they're fans of you guys, but through you guys, they were like, oh, we started watching your show because you had the guys on and you guys are doing good stuff over there. We like what you guys are doing. And I'm like, we don't even know what we're doing. We're just hanging out at the end of the day.
But I mean,
but I'm glad you like it.
That's much like what you did for us. You got up there and you did your thing. And now, I mean, people approached you. That's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah,
well, it's nice when it cross pollinates.
Yes.
Yeah.
From our fans to yours, your fans to ours, and it helps out all the way across the board.
Mm-hmm. And that was, that's ultimately, I've talked to several different people and I said, the entertainment community as a whole would benefit from people actually building each other up and helping each other rather than having these silly little beefs and drama or jealousy or whatever it is. It's like, I'm doing a show where I bring musicians on, and I want to introduce them to our audience, and I hope that they go, our audience follows them. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it so I can go, hey, I had the Southern Outlaws Band on, and now they're up there winning 14 CMA awards. I'm like, I knew those guys. Yeah, I emceed for them one time. I want to build the entertainment community, because whether it be musicians or comedians or fellow podcasters, this is where the world's going, man. Especially with the internet. We take care of each other. Shit, worlds are eating out of the palm of our hands at the end of the day.
That's the amazing thing about the technology. I mean, it's made a whole different way you look at things, for sure.
Yeah, definitely more eyes and ears on you. The internet never forgets, as they say.
No, it does not.
I'm like, yeah, thanks to this podcast, I'll never run for a political office. So, well, good thing I shoot those aspirations out the window. I guess we'll never see Glick for governor anytime soon. Well, hell, who knows? With the way this world's going, maybe one day I could be.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Hell, we'll vote for you.
Yeah, you got our vote. Yep, you do.
Governor Glick passed out on the lawn yet again. I blame Arliss. He brought the moonshine over.
We hear that a lot.
I believe it. I believe it, because there was no hesitation. He said, "Here, try this. I'll stand in front of you."
Oh, you know what? At rehearsal, they'll pass it around. Here, Dave, try this. I take a little sip. Oh, that tastes good. And I don't even know what I'm drinking, but then the other guys go, "Oh, this is really good." It's all.
I mean, if everybody else is doing it, I might as well.
Yeah.
I think the point they're trying to get is I'm a bad influence, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
He is. Well, no, he's not bad influence.
I like how he was going to try to cover that up.
I'm going to have to try to go back and see if I can screen grab that look that you just got.
You're gonna
Thanks, Dave, for trying to have my back.
Sorry.
I don't know what the hell you were going to say, but I know. I'm like, okay.
If looks could kill, Dave would be mounted up on that wall.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that look more than once.
Because I couldn't believe he would say that. I'm like, what?
Thanks, Dave. I know your heart was there.
It was there. Just I had no idea where it was going.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my drunk with Arliss story. Every time we attempt it, Dave gets drunk, and we have to take care of him.
That has.
You gotta leave him. You just gotta leave Dave at home.
No, he's got to be the designated driver.
Yeah.
No, you call him at the end of the night. That way he doesn't fall victim to the Arliss influence.
Dave doesn't need any influence. He does it all by himself.
Yeah, one beer and he turns into a social butterfly.
He doesn't even need a damn beer. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Get him out in public and look out.
No.
I am very guilty of that myself. There's Nikki learned that real quick about me. That one of the first times I went up to visit her when we first started dating, and they've got their favorite bar they like to go to, and we were there about an hour, and I'm drinking, and we're having a good time, and I'm just in the crowd, and I hear one of her friends go, "Where'd your boyfriend go?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then I'm over at another table making friends with like 8 other people, and she's like, "Oh, he's fine, he's happy." So she learned real quick. If we go there, we're drinking. Everybody in that bar is going to be my new best friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even when I'm not drinking, I'll make my rounds.
Oh yeah.
If I this is what kills me, and I'm very grateful. Shout out to Buckeye Angstrom because that might turn into a regular thing, me just popping up there and doing the show live, and they were 100% down for it. But I felt bad, and I was kind of disappointed and upset with myself because I wound up getting sick, and I wasn't able to actually intermingle with the crowd. And there was a few people that came specifically because we were doing the show there, and I got to talk to a little bit. And I'm like, I was just like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like half dead. I had to keep running off, and I left for an hour. I'm like, all right. But I said, we'll do it again, and we'll make it right, because I told Blaze, I was like, just so you know, I might disappear from in front of the camera. He's like, that's all right. I got another one facing the crowd. I'll find you. He said, we'll just get you mic'd up. He had wireless mics. He said, we'll just mic you up and let you wander around aimlessly.
There you go.
Best way.
I'll tell you, that looked like a lot of fun, though. I'd like to do that.
It's a really cool place. It's not a big venue, but it's a really cool place. Later in the night, we were still doing the show, and they're like, you guys want to throw axes? And we're like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I just moved my camera over and turned it around and had it facing down the lane. And Blaze and myself and one of the other guys that was there, who's Nikki used to work with, we just started playing the games while we were doing the show. I threw my earbud in, and my mic was picking up. We were able to keep talking and doing the show while we were throwing the axes. Jeff kept yelling at me. He's like, get your fat ass from in front of the camera. We can't see anybody throwing it. But it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool, cool place. And they got TVs everywhere. So they do Saturday games and Sunday games. And they were nice enough to give us one of the TVs Saturday night. They actually shot the show up onto one of the TVs off of the YouTube channel the whole night. So that was really cool of them. But definitely really cool little venue. I want to go back up and do it again. Looking forward to it. And the owners are really cool people. Their daughter was there. She wound up popping on the show. She's like, just so you know, when you do the show live next, I'm your co-host. I was like, all right, if you want to jump on, come on, let's do it. So
what do you think, Sandy? Me and Dave axe throwing, what could go wrong?
Okay.
Nothing at all. It'll be fine.
But I want to go too. I want to try it.
No, it does. It sounds like a lot of fun.
I think it'd be a great time.
Yeah.
I think we need to plan.
So it's come on down. And it's not as hard as you would think it is. I thought that there was a little bit more skill or whatever involved with it. No, not really. You just throw it. Whatever happens at the end of the day. But yeah, no, it was a cool event. They had a good crowd at the beginning of the night. They were there for a good chunk of the night. Then it started to wind down towards the end of the night. But we live in one of them sleepy towns that usually, even on the weekends, like around 10 o'clock or so, it starts to wind down, and everybody's outside of the hole in the wall bars. Then everybody's out there until 3 o'clock in the morning. But all the big establishment or the other establishments, it starts to wind down around 10, 11 o'clock. So, but no, it was definitely a good time. It was another one of those things that, much like coming out there and being a part of what you guys were doing and getting to get on stage and whatnot. I didn't think that the possibility of being able to take the show and leave the bedroom with it and go to a venue would happen, and it did. And it's just like, wow, okay, so got some pretty cool things happening.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought I'd be sitting here doing this in my bedroom and having fun with my friends, and whatever, that would be it. And that don't even bother me, because these guys are my damn therapy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Getting on these shows with these guys, doesn't matter which day of the week it is, getting on the show with these guys, it's like therapy. We get to get on here, cut loose. We get serious sometimes. Most of the times we're just being ourselves, having fun. But it's my own little village. Only we have multiple village idiots and not just one. So, and that maybe goes to some of our regulars. I love our regulars who are in the chatters box, and and stuff like that. But they're lumped into the community as well. They're part of the family as well. You know, they get in here and they get in the chatters box from time to time, and they get just as crazy and rambunctious as we do. So sometimes they'll be the ones that pull the e-brake on the show and make us go wide right, and you know, we're talking about one thing, and then the next thing we know, we're over here in a magical mystery land of how the hell did we get here? And oh God, I hope nobody's listening. But no, I do want to say, I want to get ready to wrap this up. Unfortunately, it's a school night. Ooh.
Yeah.
It is a school
Do my
night.
9 to 5er.
Yep.
But no, I do. It's and one other thing, we were talking about old Rev Arliss over there. You agreeing to marry Nikki and I has absolutely made the wedding that much more special. She's so excited about it. It's kind of rejuvenated her in the wedding planning process. So obviously we're changing the game all up, but she's super excited about it. It's planning a wedding it's stressful for everybody involved, but she's rejuvenated. She's so excited.
I'm honored that you guys asked me. I am.
So, we're definitely looking forward to that. Don't worry.
Hey,
Dave, there's an invite for you, Dave. I don't know if it'll get there or not, but
hey, that's all right. It's all good.
I will personally hand deliver that invitation.
Hopefully, Arliss doesn't have me type it out because
I will.
This time.
I'll tell Nikki, hey, Dave volunteered to write out our invitations for us.
No.
She'll be like, "Oh yeah, really? Oh God, I'm going to be in so much trouble, but it's going to be worth it. This is going to be great."
How did I miss that?
Hopefully, that they can, understand, between Klingon and Sanskrit, and then they'll understand Dave.
It'll come with a QR code that'll take you right to the Dave Translator app.
Yeah.
You're on to something. But no, that's the first I heard about.
Yeah.
Huh? You didn't hear about that?
During the ceremony.
Yeah.
They asked me at the show.
I did not. Well, hell, I didn't have 2 seconds to stop.
Yeah.
I did not stop running.
Well, Nikki overheard one of our conversations about Arliss being ordained, certified. And after we got done doing the show, I think it was when you guys came on and we were promoting the concert, she was like, "Did I hear you say that Arliss could do a wedding?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't think he's going to come all the way down to New Orleans to get us married." And I was like, "He might, but and she's like, "Well, no. You think you would ask him?" Or she's like, "Could you ask him? Do you think he'll do it?" I mean, like, I can ask. The worst thing he's going to say is no. And she's like, "We'll move it back up to PA." And I was like, "Well," I said, "We'll wait and we can ask him at the concert."
Oh, you don't have to twist my arm to go to Bourbon Street. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I know. I was like, "Damn! Now I got to go to PA and get married." I was going to get married down in the French Quarter, down in Bourbon Street, wherever. I don't know. I was just going to be down there. I've never been to New Orleans, but it's on my bucket list. So the lady that with the venue or whatever that we had saved, Nikki had reached out to her after we've decided we're changing everything. And she's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll tell you what, we can just move it to another date and you guys can come down here and we'll do photographs and stuff." So for our 1-year wedding anniversary, we're going to go down there for a week. And she's already changed. She's like, "Yeah, come down. We'll do pictures and all that fun stuff." So money's already there that way because she doesn't do refunds. And I was like, well, that's cool that she's willing to do that for us.
Right.
That
we're
is
still
cool.
gonna plan on going down there because I wanna go down for 1,000,001 reasons, and they all start with alcohol. But
So that's not this October. It's next October, right?
Next October, yeah, next October, 20 or 10. What are we doing?
2025.
Yeah, 10, 25, 25 is the wedding date she wants to do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and she was like, and just so you know, we'll be inviting the entire Southern Outlaws. I was like, well, duh. Like, I'm not gonna just bring Arliss out. Come on, I gotta first and foremost, we better make sure Mama Sandy's out there because I ain't tangling with that tiger. And now I learned tonight she's a snake wrangler and a bear fighter.
Man.
Like, yeah, I am not going down that road. No, sir. Not today, Satan.
And hey, Dave, since it's Halloween themed, we get to dress as we are, so that's scary enough.
Yeah.
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 We're doing a whole Halloween theme thing.
That's awesome.
We'll have costumes. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'll have to figure out because we have seriously twisted sense of humor between the two of us. So our wedding apparel. Yeah. We watch a lot of true crime and murder shows together. So I'll just say our not the traditional tuxedo and bride's dress is kind of based off of the murder shows that we watch. Our Halloween get up for our wedding.
Yep. Nothing wrong with
but
that.
if you guys don't mind, since we are kind of on the sci-fi and all that, I have to give a big shout out and a rest in peace because we just lost James Earl Jones today.
We did. We lost a true legend today, and with that, fuck you, Connor. That's a whole other side note.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that Jeff. I hadn't seen it yet. Jeff actually broke the news, and I was like, oh man, that's a bummer because I don't care what generation you're a part of. He was a part of that generation since he's been in.
Fantastic actor, and I mean a voice that everybody knows.
I mean, just amazing. We lost somebody like.
Yeah, he's a true icon. There's no doubt. I mean, from Field of Dreams, to
Darth
and then
Vader.
people know his voice as Darth Vader, Mufasa, from The Lion King,
Yeah.
But he was just a fantastic actor all the way around, and they definitely lost a legend there.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So many movies and voiceovers.
Yeah.
And one of those guys that not knowing him personally, just seeing him like on the big screen, and then you never really heard anything bad about the guy. He seemed like he was a genuine human being, like a good person. There's a lot of
people that I've ever talked to that actually met him in person said that he's just like he's just a really down to earth guy. He never forgot where he came from, and he was just a really down to earth person. I think it would have been an honor to meet the guy personally.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they say he's just like what you see is what what you were getting. He's that type of person.
Oh, I'm a big nerd, so I have a lot of friends that are like to go. I've never got the opportunity, but one day I will. Gone and they've met him at like Comic Cons and stuff like that. And they said he was as nice as could be in person. He was the type of guy that would sit there and spend an extra 5 minutes with every fan if the con organizers would let him, any chance that, I had a couple friends that got to meet him at cons, and they're like, he was just genuine. He was super nice. He would take all the time in the world. He was usually the first one there and the last one to leave at a con to make sure that every fan that wanted to meet him got a chance to meet him. And I'm like,
those are the kind of people though that have a big legacy, is the people that didn't forget where they came from and that really do appreciate their fans. And I think that's why, we have such diehard fans, because we take the time to talk to each one of them, and spend time with them and take pictures. We've had fans that's come out and stuff that were battling cancer, and we try to make it special for them. I think that, to me as an entertainer, that's what it makes it more special, is when you can, relate. You just don't see him as a face and you forget about him,
Right.
and you know, that's what made him special. And he's not the only one. There's been a lot of them like that, you know. But yeah, like I said, he's definitely a true legend.
Yep.
I was just saying, I
100%.
wonder if Matt actually met him, because Matt and his son Tyler, our bass player, they did the Comic Cons and all that stuff.
I don't know.
For
We'll have to reach out and ask you.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
Glick, one of the other things that we have done in the past, we actually have done we raised money for Santa's Hideaway. Okay. And
If you get a chance, you need to look that place up.
this is
I was gonna say what is it called? Santa's Hideaway?
Yeah.
It's a place where the children that have
Terminally ill children.
yeah.
Santa and his wife have built pretty much the North Pole on the property.
Yeah, they're not props
Wow.
either.
No, it's all real,
All functional.
all functional. And
Oh
what
wow.
they bring kids at any time of the year that are terminally ill so that they can have their last Christmas before they pass. But they don't only do it for that child, they do it for the family.
Yeah.
Oh, it
That
is.
is awesome.
When it first started, I was actually on the committee that started the poker run for him the very first year.
Hmm.
I'd done it for like 8 or 9 years, and then I kind of backed away. And I hadn't seen him until we did a fundraiser and we raised money. And when we went out there to present the money to him, he recognized me and he remembered me being a part of
Oh
the beginning.
wow. Yeah,
I mean,
that is awesome.
how much that place had grown from then to now, you really need to check it out. It is amazing. I'll send you some links.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wrote it down there so I don't forget it. I got my
There's a whole
my
story.
old
about
notepad
how
here
he
that
got
I've.
it all.
He actually has real reindeer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so.
Matter
cool.
of fact, when we went to take the tour, it was cool when you have Santa reaching out to you, says, "Well, I'll be right with you because I'm feeding the reindeer," and he actually was out there feeding the reindeer.
Mhm.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
It is
But
amazing.
the way he is, you would, you know, no matter what age you are, it would make you believe again.
It did.
Yeah.
Because he took us out to dinner, and to see him interact with all the kids that were in this restaurant where we were at and their families and that, I mean, it was just, words can't describe it. It was really magical. It was really cool.
When we finished
Yeah.
eating, he looked at his wife and he said, "It's time." And she went outside, came back in with his sack with toys in it and all the kids that were in there. He's handing out toys to the kids in the restaurant, and he's also ordering ice cream for each and every kid. He says, "I
That
don't
is
know whether
awesome.
they had their meal yet or not. You take them the ice cream now. Tell the parents Santa said it's okay."
It was cool.
It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was.
And be part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I'm gonna have to check that out.
And we are going to be doing something for him again this year. Soon we're going to be doing another bottle, a Christmas bottle, and
Nice.
all the proceeds from that will go to Santa's Hideaway.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's something else that I would like to down the road get involved with. Is something with, with kids charity and stuff like that. Obviously,
That
being a
is one of
dad
the
and
most.
some of the things that back when I was younger, I was like, I want to go get superhero costumes and go visit the the cancer wards and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, don't look so good in them superhero costumes. Maybe that's a great idea.
They'll say, "What kind of superhero are you?"
Yeah. I'm not built like them guys in them superhero movies. I'm super squatch. I don't know. I don't think it would have quite the same reaction as Spider-Man showing up if a giant, hairy, scary guy pops up.
Well,
What?
Going to bed.
Okay, you got a bloody nose?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I started to get a bloody nose. I was getting onto
So
my TV.
you've been picking your brain too much. Hey, love it. That kid. What? That kid makes me wonder sometimes.
But along with the Santa thing, he has a crew of people that work throughout the year, raising, doing different things to help him, and they're called the Bad Elves.
Oh, nice.
That's what we were, was the Bad Elves.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
That pretty much describes me and you, Dave.
yeah, it does. That's why he put us in jail.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. If you go through the photos on the Southern Outlaws Band page, you will find one where he's actually wearing one of our T-shirts. One of our hat sponsors made a cowboy hat for him, and he's got me and Dave and Guitar Boogie by Alfredo. We're all locked up in jail.
And then I was sitting on his lap while those guys was in the jail cell.
That sounds like a good place for that group to be.
Yes. It was awesome.
Sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, it's and he's got the volunteers from the hospitals that come in, and
Oh yeah, there's nurses right
yeah.
there with the kids
Yeah.
because like he said, you never know.
right
And
Yeah.
they fought him on putting in a helicopter.
helipad.
Yeah, he's got a helipad for life flight.
Wow.
Well, they didn't want him to put in the S on it for Santa.
Right.
Somehow he got, how was it?
He created a parking lot, basically.
And put it in the center.
Yeah.
So
Nice. That is so
around
cool.
it. It happened. Yep.
That is so cool. And
is.
especially, the cause in general. I mean, I couldn't, being a dad myself, I could never imagine having to put those shoes on that some of those parents do.
I know.
It was,
And that's right here in Northeast Ohio too.
Yeah.
Nice.
yes. Matter of fact, I think when the kids write a letter to Santa at the North Pole, I think some of the counties, they all go to that place, and he actually has a real post office set up.
Mm-hmm. And he has people that sit down and answer those letters.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
That
get sent back to.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just have to be like sick kids it's any kid that sends a letter to Santa.
But
Comes to
that
him.
is
It is so cool.
yeah, one of the most difficult, well, not difficult, but one of the most heart-pulling thing was they have a chapel there, and there's a room off to the side that has all of the figurines from the kids that have passed. They are stored in this room. It's what I mean, you kind of really,
like pulls your
you
heartstrings.
kind of really think about what's going on here, So I mean,
that is an amazing cause, and especially with how magical the whole the whole fantasy around Santa Claus is for kids.
Yeah.
And that world, I mean.
And like Arlo said, you could be a grown adult and never believe, but when you go there, when you leave, you do believe.
Yeah.
You really.
Yep.
Mm.
Santa driving the boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
that is awesome. That's something I'm definitely have to check out.
Yep.
And into.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check it out. But
that's our two main
yeah.
causes that we like to
Yep.
do what we can for, is the disabled veterans and Santa.
Mm-hmm. that's also that's something. And Nikki and I've talked about that. Down the road, I would like to, depending upon the success of the show. I mean, it doesn't even have to be super successful, but I would like to get into doing some charity work. And the veterans and kids are a top focus. I want to keep it local. I want to make sure that the money's stuff is going to the right place. And then I'm a big old softy when it comes to kids and animals. I'm a big old softy. And then as far as our veterans go, I don't feel, and I could be wrong because I'm on the outside looking in. I just don't feel like our country does enough for our veterans.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
I think our veterans deserve so much more than what they're given.
There should not be one homeless, disabled, or veteran out there, disabled or not.
Yeah.
And there's two.
Because hell, I couldn't come on here and do what I do if it wasn't for guys like Arliss and Connor and Blaze and everybody before them and everybody after them. I couldn't do what I do. Now, some countries I'd have been drug out into a street and stoned to death for something. So the vets, they have a very big spot in my heart, and the same thing with the kids. It's like,
oh yeah,
I've been fortunate that I've never been put in that position, to some of these parents have, and it's just I could never. I don't know what I would do. I don't know, how I would react or feel.
You think about it, man. Our freedom comes at a price, and unfortunately, that's the way it works for us.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and that's that's where I say, I mean, we owe a lot to our vets, and they're not given the proper respect. They're not taken care of properly, and and I've seen that just personally from vets that are in my life. It's like you hear the horror stories of like the VA or something like that. I'm like, you shouldn't be having no issues. Go to the VA, take care of them, fix whatever needs to be fixed. Damn. Connor had his horror story of his back injury, his first back surgery, and all the shit that went wrong on that, and then the year and a half of struggle trying to get fixed and finally getting his surgery. It's just like, I don't know. In my mind, I would have. You should have been taken care of immediately following the first botched surgery at the end of the day.
Right.
But no, those are down the road. Those are two causes I would definitely like to myself get involved with and try to get the guys involved with as well. But it's a lot easier for me to say I want to get involved in my community because I'm here. Connor's in Indiana, Blaze is in Kentucky. I don't know. Blaze came up here and drank the water. He's like, yeah, this is pretty nice. Ohio's pretty nice, man. I'm like, yeah, we got a little bit of everything up here. He spent the last 2 days here. He's like, I just went out exploring, man. He's like, you guys got a nice combination of, nature and things to do and history and everything like that. I'm like, stop drinking the water, please. I'm waiting for a message from, hey, what's a good apartment complex up there? But I think it's great that you guys do give back to the community as much as you do. There's a lot of musicians out there or a lot of entertainers out there that are just like they're so focused on, they got kind of a one-track mind, and it's focused on my career. I want to be successful, and that's it. And then they forget, like you guys said, so don't forget where you come from. Don't forget remember, once upon a time, you were flipping burgers just like the Joe Schmo who's flipping burgers today, or digging ditches.
Absolutely.
Digging ditches out there in 100-degree weather. And now, that's one thing I preach to the guys all the time. I don't, if we ever become famous and huge or whatever, we always got to remember where we came from.
Absolutely.
Remember who we are and remember how we got to where we are. So I think that's huge that you guys do that, and it shows. Like it's not you're not just saying it, you do it. You walk the walk.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's
And that's the thing. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone.
no.
It's like it's just who they are and what we
Yeah.
all believe in.
Yep. And I mean it's it's just enjoy life. That's it.
That's it. They
Enjoy
get
the,
to do what
and-
they love doing
yep, and enjoy the people around you because
and
yeah, it is.
share it with all the people around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, life's too short.
Oh,
We're-
it is.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
there's no doubt about that.
No.
I'm not here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. That's for sure.
I've heard that one before.
I do what I. Yeah, hey, that's
All right, guys.
that's the damn truth in my world.
Yep.
No,
It was nice talking to everyone.
do-
I'm out.
yeah, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. I
Yep.
gotta go eat dinner.
Definitely.
But guys, the door's always open for you. You guys are welcomed on any of the shows anytime. You just pop in the comments and say, "Hey, where's my link?" Or tell me beforehand. You guys are welcome anytime. We love.
We
having
appreciate
you up
it.
here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys are. As much as you guys say I'm a part of the Southern Outlaws family, you guys are just as much a part of the Nonsensical family.
Cool.
And again, a huge thank you to you guys for allowing me to come out there and live out one of my dreams.
Very
Getting
well.
on stage and being in front of people. I know I can't sing, but anything you guys ever need, anything we can do for you, Arliss, how
We
to get a hold of
appreciate
me.
it. Yep. We
Anything can
appreciate
do.
it greatly.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate you guys taking some more time out of your lives. I know Dave's up there. He's like, I'm late for the Squatch meeting, the nightly Squatch meeting.
Pretty much.
Tell him make sure I get my invitation next year.
Yes. I got to go out and bang on a tree here.
Yeah, I'm tired of wandering around these woods of Ohio. I want to visit new woods. But no, like I said, guys, seriously appreciate y'all being here, man. I got nothing but love for you guys. You guys are amazing. I'll keep spreading the Southern Outlaws word, if you will.
Yes.
Arliss might not be
Thank
starting
you.
a cult. Maybe I'll have the startup of the cult to be like, all right, I'm just the middleman. We're gonna start it. Arliss, I'm gonna need you to get that white suit sooner than we thought.
No, I don't know.
That's a scary thought.
So
Prepared, Michelle. Be prepared.
before I play us out here, I do want to ask you guys, and I do want to let you guys know also. I mentioned it before we came on the show. Obviously, this show is in particular is using Jules, and I'm waiting for her to get back from their little or their anniversary getaway, her and her husband, and I want to let her know. But we're using her song for our intro. Connor and I talked a couple weeks back. Our outro, we're going to use "Good for the Soul" because I think as far as mental health or men's mental health, I mean, we have a lot of fun on this show. Yeah, we do get serious, but I think that kind of sums up life in a nutshell, man. Connor and I are good friends. Sometimes we're drinking, sometimes we're not, but you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy life. So if it's all right with you guys, we kind of already started doing it, but if it's all right with you guys, we'd love to continue to use it as our outro song for this show.
We'd be honored.
Honored.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yep.
We appreciate that. Before I hit the music, is there anything, any words of wisdom or a quote that resonates with you guys? Kind of the same deal. I like to end every show with a little something, something. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're just life lessons in general.
Dave, I'll let you kick it off.
I have no idea. That's it. No,
I'll write something down for you.
no, the only thing that I can say is just stay positive. No matter what you do, it don't make no difference what you do. Just stay positive. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like what they do for a living and stuff like that, but make the best of it. That's all you can do. I mean, just have fun. I mean, relax.
Relax.
I just relax.
And this is coming from a songwriter. You think he'd be a little bit more wordy than that, you know?
Sometimes
I mean, you did put him on the spot.
sometimes the simplest phrases mean more than 1,000 words.
He puts me on the spot all the time.
No, you put me on the spot. Take it away, and I'm looking at you like, take what away?
My takeaway is be kind to one another, because friendship and music is the universal language that brings us all together.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, he's really philosophical, aren't he?
So do you go to the mountains and hide so you can and then feel extra froggy to give Arliss hell?
Yep, this is one of the best places to be. I'm going to tell you right now.
It takes him that long to think of, something to come back at me with. No, actually, the reason why Dave's over there is because, and I'm going to say it since Sandy didn't, September 11th is Dave's birthday. He's over there hiding from me because he's afraid of what I will do.
Oh, okay.
See, I've got him figured out.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday. Yeah, that's what,
Thank
Wednesday,
you.
right?
Yeah. And actually,
Yeah,
my parents are coming down.
Oh, nice.
Yes, which they haven't been here in probably about 4 years. So
Oh, wow.
my sister's going to bring them, and because my mother wants to come, because I'm here. So I said,
because I'm here, and that's why Mom wants to come.
that's right. Mom wants to come. That's right.
But one of these days, we are going to have a show on his birthday. And I'm hoping it's scheduled soon, because I'm going to hire, singing telegram people come in all kinds of crazy costumes and shit to sing happy birthday to him.
I had that.
Oh, yeah.
I had it.
It's happening.
Yeah, just like that stuff you send me on Venmo, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah.
If I send him, no. If I send him something on Venmo, it always has a nice description because his kids see it too. I sent him one. I was like, I think the first one was this is stripper money.
Yeah.
The last one I sent him something. It was this is for a Brazilian waxing.
I didn't realize until somebody told me, "Well, everybody can see that."
Yeah, I just realized that on Venmo, because I have a fantasy football league, and everybody was sending their money in, and I don't use Venmo hardly at all. I have one, and then I was like, "Who the hell are all these people? And why are all these messages?" I didn't realize that it was kind of like a little Facebook wall when your friends send other people money. Yeah, so I was like, "Ooh."
It was like it was game on them when they told me everybody could see it so I start earmarking it for different shit. Wait till he gets another one.
Oh yeah.
I try to top it off each time.
Yeah.
See what I have to put up with.
Gotta one up yourself for the next time around.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you keep the Venmo. It's gonna come eventually. So they're like, yeah, I got rid of Venmo. Sorry, you got a Cash App now. We'll do it old school. Just wait until I see you in person and give me the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, then you do it. Then Arliss is like, "Well, I can only do it in public places," and then he starts dropping those. Here's the hush money for the dead hooker. Remember,
Yeah.
you saw nothing.
Pretty soon, I'll get one of the. I'll start him his own page for the fan me page.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, my. You know, I have a Facebook, but I never get on it, and until I'm done doing what I need to do, and I might get on one of these days. But
Yeah.
for me, it's just
Since I started doing all the socials, since well, let me rephrase that. Since we started doing this actual network thing, I never get on my personal stuff anymore. And I'll get a message and, hey, I sent you something on Facebook. I'm like, where? I didn't get it. On your page. I'm looking at my page right now. No, your personal page. Or, hey, why didn't you respond to my Instagram? I'm like, I am never on my personal stuff anymore. So just hit me up on the podcast stuff, because I am never on my personal stuff anymore. I just don't have time for it. I'm doing other things. So
that's the biggest thing. Everything else keeps me busy. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things.
Yeah, well, even before the podcast, most of my Facebook feed, my personal Facebook feed, was either something with my kids or it was sports related. Like and that was just because I was scrolling Facebook and I seen something. I was like, oh, share. Like, oh, what I'm doing here. I don't understand this shit.
Yeah, usually mostly like mine is just stuff that I put on about the band. Every once in a while you'll see me put up something kind of stupid on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
but usually it's about the band.
Yeah. Anymore, my personal page is all podcast related stuff that I share from the podcast page onto my page. So
I save all my real goofy stuff for like TikTok, because I like to make videos of Dave and put it on there. Yeah. And then I make it to music. So I got a real good one of him out there mowing grass, wearing headphones, listening to music, and I says, well, this is what happens when your guitar player is mowing grass and listening to girls just want to have fun. And that's the music I put it to.
Nice.
Matter of fact, I was here when.
So see, Sandy catches him in the moment and takes video when he doesn't know, and then she sends them to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we got our boy Benji. What's a Facebook and TikTok? This guy's like dude's in his 30s, but you would swear by the way he talks about social media he was like 90, because he don't even have an email, I don't think.
But hey, thanks for having us on, and like I said, and thanks for being part of the show. It was a good thing that we raised a lot of money for them. I know they're really appreciative, and we'll definitely do it again. And like I said, if there's something that you need us pop in just to, say hi to everybody, we're more than happy to do it.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, doors always open. I would love to get on stage with you guys again down the road.
Definitely.
That was
never know.
That was an awesome experience. And now that I kind of know what I'm doing, like I said, most things in life is just, fuck it. We'll see what happens.
But anytime you want to use our music for the show, go for it.
Nice. I do appreciate that. We play a lot. We play a lot. We always shout you guys out. We tell people where to find you.
And we appreciate it greatly.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you guys, and this is a newfound friendship that I very happy to have made. Completely unexpected. I will say that I did not expect to form a friendship like we have, and I'm loving it. Like I said, if I had a beer in my hand, I'd toast you guys and say, "Here's to many more memories," because I'm sure we're gonna make a lot more down the road together, one way or another.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. But as I say every Monday before we hit the music and we all get the hell out of here, if I can figure out how to, you think I'd remember this by now, but again, this is why I don't write nothing down. A successful man, I did write this down so I didn't forget it. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him.
There you go.
So to all
That's
the
a good
haters
one.
out there,
That is a good
all
one.
the haters out there, keep hating because we're going to keep building.
Hey,
With that
That's
being
right.
said, I'm going to go ahead and hit this music. Thanks again, guys. I wish nothing but the best for you and sending you guys all kinds of love and everything like that. We do
Rock and
love having
roll.
you around and,
Yep.
and being a part of this together. So
same back
until
to you,
next
bro.
time, yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm going to play this song and get us out of here for the night.
All right.
Sounds good.
Came to the bar, saw my friend messing around. Loaded the dope, and I sat right down. Someone played Guinness on the bar, and someone there, turn it up. It's good for the soul. Good friends, good music, good whiskey. Hey, it's good for the soul. Bob and Jay was shooting the pool. It was time to take them to school. The last old woman was dancing around. I looked over and then he yelled, hell yeah, it's good for the soul. A good friend, good music, good whiskey. Hey, it's good for the soul. My brother came into the bar, and we raised a glass or two. When it all drank before, and then I yelled, hell yeah, it's good for the soul. Good friends, good music, good whiskey. Damn, it's good for the soul.
Hell yeah, that's a great way to wrap up a show right there.
That is. Well, thank you so
All right.
much.
We-
Greg.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for coming up again and hanging out with us. And like I said, we'll see you guys down the road. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more interactions between us and you guys.
All right. Well, take care, man.
All right.
We'll see you in the
Have
next
a good
chat.
night, brother.
All right,
Yes,
good night.
sir. Good night, man. I want to appreciate. Blah, 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 blah. I want to say, obviously, a huge shout out to the Southern Outlaws Band, and that new friendship that has been created over the last few months. The guys are absolutely amazing, y'all. If you're not checking them out, you're not listening to them, you're not showing them some love, then shame on you. At the end of the day, because they're great guys. And Miss Sandy, she's reining them in. She's an amazing person as well. And she has her hands full, and she does a fantastic job. So, but I do want to say, appreciate y'all for listening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Tune in tomorrow night for Glick's House of Music. I'm going to have James Luker on. We're gonna redo the previous interview. It's going to be part 2, if you will. So we're going to be hanging out, doing our thing. And if you're not already, go ahead and check out the network. We've got a whole bevy of shows, a whole buffet of shows that you can listen to 7 days a week. We kick the week off on Mondays with Men Caring for Men. It's our men's mental health podcast. Tuesday nights is Glick's House of Music, as I said. I am spotlighting up and coming and local artists and having them come up. We're hanging out. We're shooting the shit. It's an interview show, but it's not your typical interview show at the end of the day. And we're playing some of their music. Wednesday nights is What the Fuck News. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, well, probably gonna make you say what the fuck too. So we put our little spin on the news with What the Fuck News on Wednesday nights. Thursday nights, every other Thursday night is Cash's Corner. It is a wrestling talk show. It's my son and myself hanging out talking wrestling. We're both wrestling fans. And, sometimes we have our friends come up and join us. And, down the road, we're going to look at seeing if we can get some people in the business, some wrestlers or promoters or something to come up and hang out with us and talk a little wrestling with us. Maybe pull the curtain back a little bit as much as we can. Friday nights is my boy Blaze doing his thing. Whose argument is it anyways? And then Saturday nights is the flagship show, if you will. It is nonsensical nonsense. It's unhinged, unapologetic. The inmates take over the asylum, and we do a little thing. We call it the Open Door Challenge. We drop the link in the old chatters box, and we give you guys to hit that link. Give you guys the opportunity to hit that link if you're brave enough to take the challenge and pull on up on the show with us and hang out. We just ask you to turn your camera on and please put your peckers away. And then we round up the week with Jeff's Garage, I think. I don't know what's going on with Jeff's Garage. However, we do have a brand new show that just started yesterday. It'll be Sundays at noon. It is our first sports show. It is myself, Derek Wayne. You guys might remember him. He was a former guest of the show, Glick's House of Music, and we've played his music quite a bit on here. And Cam. Cam is on there as well. And we're going to run that with an open forum, just like we do Monday nights and Saturday nights. We're going to drop the link in the chat, and anybody who wants to come up and talk a little football, get their picks out there, they're more than welcome to. That's Sundays from 12 to 1. We're going to run you right on into kickoff, baby. So I'm looking forward to that. We had a good one yesterday with Cam and I for our first show. And, so, 7 days a week, the Nonsensical Network. We're on all the socials. We are everywhere you listen to podcasts, and we do shows live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and now Rumble. Simply Google the Nonsensical Network or go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network, and you're going to find all of our links there. Not only that, but we also do have merch. If you are interested in buying some, we would greatly appreciate that. And if you want to, send us a picture, and we'll throw it up on the socials and give you a shout out. What's going on, Miss Krista? A long time no see, and I'm just getting ready to bounce out of here. But I'll be back tomorrow night, 8:00. We got some shirts and some hoodies and some coffee cups and some stuff up there, and we're going to work on some hats. The people have spoken, and they would like to have some hats, so we're going to get some hats made. That'll be up there available as well. So, we're everywhere. Check us out. Show us some love. And, if you're a local establishment and you want us to come through and do a live show there, or if you need a host for an event or something like that, hit us up, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can work out for you. But other than that, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate all the support. We're having fun. So tune into all the shows. Find your favorites. Get in the chatters box. Don't be shy. Yes, I totally understand being busy, Miss Krista. It was good seeing you. Yeah, pop in tomorrow night. Come say hi tomorrow night. With that being said, I am going to go stuff my big, fat, stupid face.